The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information. Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
First-time
Caller.
First-time caller.
After downloading the free Discord app, use the invite link in the description or scan this QR code with your phone to be taken to the Beyond Wednesdays Discord server.
First-time listener, long-time caller.
There you will see the Modern Comic Mayhem category on the left with the call-in waiting room. Join that call-in waiting room, set up your camera and your mic, and have your questions ready.
Call me now!
Just one hit, then I gotta go.
You asshole.
Wednesday night, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Wednesday night review. We're going with that name until we figure out something else. So I hope you guys enjoy it. Got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. I think it's just becoming like what news we can figure out beginning of the week with any other goodies that we want to talk about. And we got some extra goodies this week. Vinny back with some ticket goodness. Did you actually send these in and get these graded and sent back to you?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Well, not all of them, but a lot of them. Yeah, I did.
So
I finally
you've been waiting forever.
I finally got them back. Man, yeah, I sent in tickets. I think March of last year. I gave them to a facilitator here in Atlanta, and they just came back like 2 weeks ago, I think. So I think they did a freeze on tickets for a really long time. So they weren't grading, they weren't accepting submissions or anything like that. And then eventually they must have just let it go through. Apparently it's not that bad now, but I mean, I've been waiting forever for these things. So
well, I know that feeling. It's nice when you finally get them back. I'm getting ready to send a bunch of shit out. We talked about that last week. I got a big, huge box full of cards that I'm slowly just picking away at, sending out to PSA, just like I am doing with books. We got some stuff to talk about tonight on Marvel and Disney news that everybody's talking about. We'll hit in on that. We've got some other little snippets and fun stuff to talk about. We're going to get into some fun stuff on the market report, and we're just going to hang out, shoot the shit. We'll probably pick at Sean's weekend a little bit. He was out there hanging out. Can't talk about everything because then people will get like in trouble with the law because Sean was doing some crazy shit, like some Frank the Tank type shit. So, anyways,
I mean that part might be all right.
Yeah. But yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. But before we get into it, I want to thank everybody that's hanging out with 31 Live, and I am super stoned. So shout out to the YouTube nanny bots out there. Hopefully I didn't talk about cannabis too early, but your boy is ripped, and it's going to be a fun show because of it. So I'm enjoying this, dude. I'm enjoying it. I got some really good new buds that like I haven't had this type of hi-fi glue shit before, and then I dust it with these diamonds that look like crack rocks that are like THC. Look at Vinny's like, fuck this, I can't be on here when he's talking about this shit.
No, he commented, dude. He has something to
do. So I'm like I'm dusting my blunts with it now. And
your lawyer just checked out,
dude. It takes me on the next level. So I enjoy it. You guys are gonna enjoy it. Let's get into it. Shout out to everybody that's hanging out in the chat, and this is gonna be fun stuff. Richie, how you doing, brother?
Doing great, guys. Doing great, guys. Was just going over the February. Is it February? Oh, no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I guess February. But I got the April PSA magazine, right? It's got Julio on the front. It's a great picture. He's got the Bo Jackson look with the
75 card design.
And in this magazine, I was very pumped on because they talk about unopened pack grading. And I went to PSA through my membership, and they always have the magazine on PDFs, so you can slide through them, share the content, what have you. But unfortunately, they only have February up. So we'll definitely have to get into that in another show.
Well, we're going to get into it a little bit during this show. It's funny how that works. Synchronicity, my brother. You know how it works with me. It's always the same, always synchronicity following me everywhere I go. And we have some unopened pack stuff in the market report tonight, so that'll be fun. I like those magazines because they like do those variants. Did you see what the variant is for this month for that one?
I only thought they did it for Ichiro. Do they do it every month? I didn't know.
They do it every month. Yeah, man. They did a Jordan one. They did, I think, a LeBron one. Yeah, be on the lookout, bro. It might be something that's in there. Oh, that'd be cool. Anyways, we also got some.
A random thing that sells variants is. So, I think it's already a little bit of a flip, but it might be a better one. Actually, is Fangoria is back.
Ooh.
And they have Fangoria will actually sell. I forget, and my people. My friends, they know what I do. This is my shit, as far as, comics, magazines, whatever shit like that. And so like, actually, if you look up a Fangoria subscription, I know there's subscription variant titles that sell for more money. So they're probably, you could definitely probably quick flip and pay for your subscription if that's your steez, because they do it the old school Fangoria style. And they're pretty cool magazines. And my people are collectors just because that they're collectors of horror. So, and I give them bags and boards for magazines. So I'm like, no, they're how much? I'm all, yeah, they're 10 cents. These are yours. It's okay. And so anyway, just a little tiny tip that I wish I could give you a little bit more information on. But there are variant covers via subscription for Fangoria.
So for everybody also that's out there. Hold on here. I'm messing this up here. We also have, if I can find it, Discord. So jump in on the Discord. If you guys want to call in, there's the show call-in waiting room. And if you want you got something you want to say, just let us know and get our attention, and we'll bring you in on the show. So that's the Discord link is below.
Have you done that yet, Bryan? Have you brought people on from Discord?
People will call in. Brad Selden is chilling, listening in the Discord, but we haven't had very many people call in yet, which is kind of a bummer. But you guys can call in if you want to at any point during the show. Yeah, so hopefully they will utilize that shit at some point.
Hell yeah.
Do that. All right. All right. Let's get
check out the chat. Check this out. I didn't even know they made these. Nice, dude.
Oh, wow.
That's sick.
Yeah. All right. Let's get into this ticket stuff because the long time that you waited, you're probably itching to talk about these damn things. How long did you wait for the first one that you sent in?
Yeah, the only ones I sent in was a full like year.
Wow.
So, yeah, I have other tickets here that I want to submit. I've just been waiting. I was like, I don't want to keep submitting and just, in fact, it was so long that because I did a 20-day turnaround, right? And it was so long that like 2 or 3 months ago, PSA gave me the option to actually just send my stuff back. And then I was like, what am I going to do if you send it back to me? It doesn't make any sense. So I might as well just leave it with you until I get it back. I guess I could send it to Beckett because Beckett's grading tickets also, but I don't want to bother. I already waited long enough.
Yeah, I don't blame you, dude.
Yeah.
Is there an industry standard for grading? Has that been established yet for grading tickets? Kind of like with Comics CGC, cards, PSA.
I think
like
PSA,
a preferable.
I think PSA is the preferable one right now. I mean, I am seeing tickets popping up on Beckett, but I think that's the kind of the gold standard right now. Especially, I watched a lot of the sales and stuff like that too. Like I watched a lot of the stuff on like golden auctions and things like that. It's primarily PSA that I'm seeing.
Well, here's the interesting part. I'm glad you brought that up, Richie, because one of the things we're going to try and talk about tonight, if we have time, is the how to grade cards, right? Because a lot of people have been asking you, like, how do you even grade cards? What are like the standards? Well, PSA has a standard for grading ticket stubs too. You guys can go look it up. Here it is. They have ticket grading standards, card grading standards, pack grading standards. So it's pretty interesting. We'll have to see what you think of this whole thing when you go back and look at this after looking at your grades. Vinny.
And I kind of wonder if it matters because tickets. I mean, when it comes to tickets, like they're so rare for the most part. That people actually kept their tickets. I don't know if the grade matters as much, but I'm sure if you do have a ticket that's rare, that's already rare but super rare, and you have a higher grade ticket, it probably means more than having a lower grade. And I think also if you actually have the full ticket versus the stub, I think there's probably a difference there too. But I'm still trying to figure out like those nuances. Like, is a season pass for equivalent to a ticket from a specific game and things like that?
Yeah, I'm actually getting ready to send in my first order to PSA ticket grading because I picked up a couple of tickets from Jesse. I picked up I'll go grab them here while you're talking about them. I don't know if I've showed them. I think I showed them. I might have pictures of them, but they're like 3,000th game tickets. The game that the Ripken's final game, shit like that.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Actually, while we're on the subject, I don't know if you've heard of it. I dropped a link in there for you, Bryan. But there's a Instagram now where like the top, I think 30 prominent ticket collectors in North America actually started a top 100 Instagram tickets account. So they're kind of doing a countdown and going through stuff right now.
Where'd you shoot it?
It's in the outline. Should be just like kind of like near the bottom.
Perfect.
Yeah, I was a big ticket guy. I told Bryan a long time ago, along with some other people. When I was younger, my mom and dad were separated, so I moved with my dad. I was closer to my dad. They lived in Vegas, and my dad worked at the Forum, and in LA where the Lakers and Kings played, and he worked there for a long time. And I was telling these guys before you jumped on, Vinny, that when I was old enough to watch myself at home while I was at work, he was confident enough to let me run around the stadium when he went and signed in for work, right? So he would go, okay, have a good day. I'll see you after the first quarter or the first intermission in the hockey game, right? That's when he'd get off, count his money and stuff.
I don't see it, Vinny.
I used to freaking always get a cheap ticket. So after a security guard would see me, hey Rich, how's your dad? Here's a cheap ticket so you could run around. That way I was legally in there and something happened, right? Somebody didn't know me. I saved all those tickets. And one of those tickets that I had was, as Bryan knows, is when Gretzky broke the Gordie Howe's freaking record, gold record. Crazy. And it was against the Canucks. And I saved that thing. I didn't even care about my baseball cards. Going back into it, my parents were divorced, and I hung out with this family who were my best friends. We all played ice hockey together, club ice hockey. So we would travel and this and that. And it was like my dad didn't have to pay babysitter. So we decided to split all of our put all of our cards together. They had all these hockey cards. They had Eiserman double, triple, quadruples, Eiserman rookies. They had 3 or 4 Gretzky tops rookies, this and that. Well, I put all my baseball, football together, but one of the things that I really made a mistake is I put my tickets in there too. I have so many tickets, so I've been trying to get a hold of them to see if I can try to recover those. And one of those tickets is the Gretzky Gordie Howe. So
wow,
man,
dude, that's perfect story for what this Instagram is, and this Instagram is a perfect freaking thing to get people excited about ticket stubs.
Yeah, no, I love it. I've been kind of taking a look at it. I don't have any of them except for I think just one that I have, but it kind of gives you an idea of sort of like what to collect when you're looking at it, what moments, like just things that you wouldn't necessarily think about aside from just debuts, you know. Of course, they're showing a lot of the debuts there, but just moments in sports history and things like that I think would be cool to have a ticket from.
Bro,
so.
This is amazing. This is a great. I want to know if anybody out there that's watching this show goes to this site. I would love to have this right here, bro. I wish so bad, you guys, that there would have been a minor league team that did or a racers or a WHA team that did racers stuff for Gretzky. There's only like one picture in a magazine. There's no like team made cards or anything. So just to have that's another thing, is to have a ticket where he played on that team. That was his first professional team. He got traded from it, you know, like just amazing stuff right here. So cool.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like we were talking about it backstage, and I apologize in advance if I'm taking a little bit of the clout away here,
You're not. You're
Vinny,
good,
of your segment. Okay, so but yeah, I mean, that's a great point, and I always would say when I would collect my tickets, I always try to keep them as best as possible, like in the shape condition as possible. I used to take care of them and not handle them and stuff, but I always used to say, man, I'd go back and go through and go, I remember this. I remember it's a good feeling. Well, what I was telling these guys backstage is that would be an NFT I would be interested in. And that would be an NFT, I think, in my opinion, all the sports and fantasy shit I watch and all the research I do, that could probably be a decent investment and get you some royalties back. Because how many times I was saying in sports history, when something iconic happens and then, you know, when that person retires 10, 20,
so if
30
you were
years
at
later,
the game, they take that moment and you own that moment, like on Top
You own
Shot.
that moment. Yeah. Yes.
Well, here's a perfect example about like even stubs are okay. This is Joe Montana's NFL debut. This is a perfect example of a ticket that anybody could have because you wouldn't have known about him at the time. You know what I mean? He would have been a big deal. And you never know. And it's a stub that's been ripped. And there's only 4 known graded copies of this ticket stub.
It's crazy, right?
That's fucking amazing, dude. That's fucking awesome. So, all right, let's talk about the stubs that you sent in and you got back.
Yeah, so I got. I mean, I'm gonna show. I'm not. I sent in some multiples, so I'm just gonna show the ones, you know, a couple of them, and then I'll show just some other tickets I've been picking up, just generally. So this one I thought was cool. Obviously, Shohei Ohtani has been super hot and talked about. So I got his.
Whoa.
I guess you could call this his first professional debut and his pitching debut in Japan, May 23rd, 2013, with the Nippon Ham Fighters. So I found this ticket on eBay. Well, I saw one sell, and then I asked the guy because I was like, damn, I missed it. And I asked the guy who ended up selling it, like, hey, can you find me another one? He ended up finding me another one like a couple months later. So this one I thought was really cool and kind of different. You know me, I love going back and digging into history, so that's why I grabbed this thing.
What'd you pick that up for?
I think it was maybe $1,500. It was a little pricey. It was a little pricey.
Wow. Yeah. Is it a actual ticket or is it a printed out piece of paper basically?
No, it's an actual ticket. I mean, it's got like you can tear off the the top part and everything.
That's badass, dude.
And I'm sorry. I know different things mean different things in different cultures, but the Ham Fighters,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like cooked pig. Like it's already done.
I
You just
know.
want to eat a bunch of ham.
No, I think that means like ham
It's
fighters.
got to
might-
translate some other way. I'm not trying to
let's
be
take
an
a look.
asshole.
Well,
but it
that's
sounds
that's
funny
a
when you say
great
ham fighter.
question, dude. Let's take a look.
What's a ham fighter?
Let's
I have
take a
no
look.
idea.
What does their hat look like? I might want one. I'll be like, this is Otani, baby. I got a Griffey on today. I'm like,
So-
what's Otani, baby?
The Nippon Ham Fighters are a Japanese professional baseball team in Hiroshima.
In Nippon.
Yeah, in Japan. They compete in the Pacific. I should say what the name is. Founded in '46, the Fighters called Tokyo home for 58 years as co-tenants of the Tokyo Dome and the stadium there with the Central League's Yomiuri Giants. It doesn't say about their name of their team, where that comes
Hey
from.
man, I don't know for any colloquial Nippon Ham is the company, but why did they fight him? Thanks, Keith. I'll take it, man. I'm just saying.
Home
I mean,
Flyers.
I'm
if-
legitimately
if-
curious.
If any of you guys have gone to Japan, there's a lot of just unexplainable shit out there. I don't know. It's just
Don't they have panties and
Never
gumball
been there.
machines?
Here we
dude?
go.
There's
Here
like-
we go.
all types of ridiculous things.
You're right.
Like
You're right,
I
Sean.
went to Subway. They had a ratatouille shrimp sub. I was like, what the hell is this? And I remember going to KFC, right? I mean, obviously I was going to Japanese restaurants, but I was switching it up from time to time just to like eat American food. I went to a KFC, and in the box was a fried chicken head and neck. And I was like,
Yummy.
So here you
This is
go.
the stuff.
On November 19th, 1973, meatpacking company Nippon Ham purchased the team. The club
Wow.
changed its name to the Nippon Ham Fighters because it was originally called the Home Fighters.
Bro, so they're just the fighters. Nippon Ham is hyphenated.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. I just don't. I'm sorry. I thought the first word. All right, I get it. All right, sorry, Vinny.
It's a
Ignore
little bit of
my
both, bro.
ignorance,
It's
all
a little
right?
bit of both.
I've
dude.
been to I've been to a few continents. I haven't been to Asia, so I
It's so good. And then I guess, of course, to follow that, Shohei Ohtani's debut with the Angels.
That's badass, dude.
This actually came back at 10, which is amazing.
Ooh.
wow
So-
at the Collie. Oh yeah, that's because you had 30,000 unsold tickets. That one's not gonna be rare.
Well, I guess the question is also how many people kept them, right? That's the other thing. So
Oh,
I guess we'll see as they get graded. And then I mean, just some other ones I've been kind of grabbing. I mean, I got like Matt Stafford's NFL debut. Grabbed that one from when was this from? September 13th, 2009.
That's dope. I'd try to find a Kershaw debut and like put those together somehow, like in your room, whatever.
Yeah.
That'd be tight.
Put 'em in a
Yeah,
frame.
man. This is on that top 100 list, but this is Lionel Messi's Barcelona debut, which is I mean, kind of like where he got his real professional start. So I thought that was a really cool one. You kind of see these fluctuate in price, but in my opinion, this is an iconic ticket for an iconic player, and obviously, if you all were watching the World Cup this year, you saw how he performed, and I think he's going to go down as one of the greatest of all time.
He
So.
is going to go
Yeah.
down as the greatest of all time.
Yeah.
He already
Yeah,
is
the greatest of all
the
time.
greatest of all time.
And
Yeah.
that's a worldly perspective. Like, so like Otani, but even though Otani is in a domestic sports organization, he still represents the world, right?
Yep.
Same with Messi though, but Messi's over there in the Premier League or what have you. So a lot of Americans don't know about that, but it opens the eyes on how expensive that thing could get, of how spread out that great soccer players, football players are like Messi. So I think that one would do really
This guy over here trying to joke us like that, like the Messi was the only one he had on the list. When I'm looking at the list, and in the background is the Otani debut.
Oh, the Otani's on there. I didn't see it.
Get out of here.
All right, I gotta look through. I gotta comb through that list a little bit better. This one I got just while I was on soccer.
I don't know if it's on there. That could be a different athletics ticket. I'm just giving you shit.
It might be. Manchester United, David Beckham's EPL debut. Just, he's another iconic player, not anywhere near Messi, but I just thought, just because of the cultural significance, I thought this would be a cool one to get, and I got it at a really reasonable price. This one, this is not one that I submitted. This is one that I got by making an offer, but this is a signed Victor Wembanyama ticket from the exhibition game that he did in October of last year, Metropolitan 92s versus the G League Ignite. But yeah, just with, obviously you guys have seen what's been going on with the Sports Illustrated for Kids. Did you guys see there was a sale for like $6,000 for one of the cards? Did you like a graded card, graded 9?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so I don't know. I saw one of these sell, and I was like, I gotta just grab one of these before it goes. And I actually offered like significantly under what it was listed before, just to see what would happen, and the guy accepted. And I was like, oh shit, okay.
I could have got it for less.
Yeah, I could have got it for less, exactly. And then I guess the last one I'm going to show is, we talk baseball a lot. Jason Dominguez's AA Somerset Patriots debut. I just see him doing a lot of great things, so I just thought I'd try to get in early on him. I have a few of his cards too, but I thought this was a good ticket to pick up. Nice. And it was relatively cheap. If anybody's looking, they are still relatively cheap whenever I see them, like $70, $80, something like that. So
not bad. One of the top 100s at number 80 is a perfect example of why ticket collecting is so cool. There's so many, not only sports, music, everything, but how about this? Tiger Woods' first PGA event at age 16. Look at that.
Yeah.
That is freaking cool,
man.
right there. The Nissan Open. There's probably somebody has a ton of these sitting in a freaking storage unit with a bunch of, clubs somewhere.
That's a big one.
Yeah, man.
He played against he played match play against the beer man, Mark Johnson, who's he's our local pro best. He won a couple times on the senior. He actually won he won the Pro-Am before he won the Toshiba down in Huntington with my dad, like 15 years ago or something like that, because my dad was one of his first. My dad's company is one of his first sponsors. But we're talking, and they call him Beer Man because he drove for Budweiser and Associated for years. So my dad and Budweiser sponsored him. But we're talking like pre-Champions Tour up into Champions Tour. So it's not, you know what I mean? I'm not talking, not PGA sponsor, you know what I mean? It wasn't like millions of dollars. He still had to sell some beer. But, he played against Tiger, so it's big framed in our country club out here.
Where was this at? You said where did they play? I missed that, Sean.
I don't remember where it was. Mark Johnson won the Toshiba there, and isn't it in Huntington? It's by the
Newport.
Okay. Yeah. So we're pretty close. Yeah. It was like 12 years ago, but he won Q School and then holed out on final hole on Sunday to walk off with it.
That was right around the same time that he won the Open at Torrey Pines, right? With the iconic freaking putt.
Well, Tiger won that. Mark was old by then. I'm talking about
man. Okay, gotcha.
But he played heads up. So anyway, that's our little.
For some reason, when you were talking, I was looking at the Tiger picture, and I was thinking for some reason.
No.
Gotcha.
Tiger never.
That's a cool one. Ferris Bueller at Wrigley Field. This is awesome. Look at number 99, the countdown with. A ticket with a great story. At 99, we have the game where a scene from Ferris Bueller's Day Off was filmed at Wrigley Field.
Yeah,
like that's
that's
a
super
perfect.
cool.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys, this is, for your favorite movies when they first came out. Like this is a great IG to go check out. The top 100 tickets. Great job.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's nice, Vinny.
And the Tyson Holyfield bite fight was one that we talked about before when we were talking tickets early on, when we were just kind of trying to think of moments that would be really interesting. So that's really cool. There was one other thing I wanted to show. There was a link I sent over, Brian. It's in the chat. A Jordan debut was listed a few days ago on eBay. Now, before this, I've been seeing them for like $100,000. I saw one at a show in Atlanta. The guy wanted $150,000, right? This one was listed for $30,000. I saw it the other day, and I was like, man, that's obviously so much. But the best offer at $11,000 was accepted.
Oh,
You gotta be kidding me, dude.
I had it in my watch list, and I was like, I can't spend 30, but I was like, damn, 11. I would have figured it out at 11.
Damn.
Nice.
All right.
You get this, and I know a lot of comic people are probably going, like sports again. But I mean, you could open this up to comics as well. I mean,
We're all the same age.
first time Adam Hughes signed at a con, appeared at a con, you have that con ticket. I mean, that could be nice, sought after, stuff like that.
No, think about like when Kanye took the mic from Taylor Swift, or just different.
Or when
moments.
the Tupac image was first at Coachella,
the Source Awards,
right?
yeah,
Remember
the
when
Michael
they first did
Jackson
that?
moonwalk.
or the Source Awards come to Death Row.
Yeah,
all types of stuff like that. I think it's not just
love for Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg.
yeah, all that.
It's not just sports. I think there's a lot of room to collect in other places as well. It was one that I grabbed. Oh yeah, I grabbed this. I just you can't really see what it is, but I grabbed 2 of these tickets. It was when Cause came and spoke in Atlanta at the Hive Museum.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that. I'm like, well, I couldn't go, but I might as well just keep it.
I went to a hardcore show. I went to a hardcore show when I was freshman in high school. Maybe I think it was the summer. It was 8th grade. It was right before. I don't know. Maybe I was young. I was really young. And Zach De La Rocha was in a hardcore band. It was their last show. It's called Inside Out, right? And they were playing in Irvine. It was just for like all of this because he hung out with this Huntington crew. And he brought up that guitarist Tom Morello. And he's like, hey, it was like halfway through their set, and he goes, we're gonna play not a cover song, but we're gonna play a song from my new band. I hope you guys like it. And they played a Rage Against the Machine song.
Bro, that would be a
killer ticket. It was insane. Of course, at that time I was so into hardcore, I was like, this is kind of cheesy, But as the years gone on, obviously it was like, what the fuck? I should have saved the fucking fanzine and the ticket for that.
Yeah, dude. And there's moments that when that happens, dude. There's definitely moments when that happens. So
they played at the UCR barn or Rage did, and it was rumored that it sold out in like 7 minutes because we see even barn tickets like for on campus down there, which is a small venue. I mean, I doubt it held 500 people. Something like that. It was for shows. It's on a college campus. You still get them on Ticketmaster. The rumor, everybody said, nope, sold out in 7 minutes. And I went down there and saw Rage with 100 people because the rumors are wrong.
Well, check this out. The first Warped Tour, Sean, was in, what was that place that was in Irvine? The Verizon place, right? Amphitheater, right?
Yeah.
So Deftones played there. They were one of the smaller bands. They were giving out their demos, 3-song demos. I mean, I must have had like 20 of these, and I didn't care 2 bits. They're all sealed too. They're black tape, cassette tape. Oh, what an idiot I am!
Yeah, dude. I have a lot of stuff that sells for good, and we'll see more of that shit in fucking the market report, dude. Music memorabilia is becoming a major thing.
Yeah, and
I'm glad I saved every single flyer, like for every show I ever played, like where my band was like on the flyer or whatever, or a poster from the venue where they just like stapled it onto the walls, like because you could just pull them like after a while because they didn't care because they were putting up new posters. So I saved all those like in a milk crate somewhere.
Vinny, let me ask you a question. I mean, like, do you think that PSA slab could be a little better? Is that just kind of like a work in progress, or? I like it. It's cool. I just wanted to know what you thought when.
Honestly, it's kind of just a bigger version of the card slabs. So I mean, it's fine. I think it's fine.
Yeah, the Funko looks like that too, right?
Yeah.
It's like Funko's got a little card label. Like, get a new printer, motherfucker.
It's like CBC doing video games. They're just it just looks basically just like the comics, right? So
well, they just keep on updating the back of the label, right?
Yeah.
Actually, like updating the front. Like, I mean, I guess they're just like notorious for that font too. Like, because when you see it, you're like, oh, that's a PSA slab.
Yeah, that's true. But when it's off or there's like a counterfeit, you're like, wait a second.
Yeah.
I guess it's good, right? The only other thing, last thing I'll say about tickets is, I think there's a lot of room here, and I think it's really cool because a lot of people haven't really thought about a lot of these moments yet, or a lot of these, I mean, even moments in sports history or music or anything like that. So there's a lot of cool sort of research you can do, and you can really find some awesome tickets that way. You don't have to just always rely on what other people are doing. The other kind of cheat code is you can look in the census on PSA, and you can see, look up like a player, or you can look up certain things, and you can find what those tickets are if you don't know what the debut is or things like that. So I think there's just like it's a lot of fun for me. So I'm having a great time doing it. And I have a bunch more tickets to show, but I will do that another time once I send them in and get them back.
Well, you know what we need to do is we all need to gather tickets and go through them on air, what we have. Because I got a shit ton too.
Oh,
all right.
Nice.
I got something funny. Check this out, you guys. It finally happened for the people that were worried that it never would happen. Beavis and Butthead finally scored.
Come and get it.
So much new Beavis.
Check it out. So when are you gonna put those needles in?
You're cool, Dad.
Ow, my back.
So much new Butthead.
Yeah, baby. My soul is like full of rain and stuff. Parenthood is cool.
It's 420.
Everyone hold hands. Hold hands, guys.
All right.
So many all-new reasons.
Hail, dimwitted earthlings. Whoa.
Oh, no. To stay on the couch.
Now let the games begin.
An all-new season of Beavis and Butthead, streaming April 20th.
I now pronounce you husband and husband.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Exclusively on Paramount Plus.
So for all you Beavis and Butthead fans, yeah, there was scorage. Did you guys see that? Everybody's talking about this scene right here with young buttheads. And he finally scored.
That means he got some tailpipe, right? Well, there you go. All right. Look at him all swole. He's got butt head tattooed on his fucking. He's got a butt tattooed from Butthead. This kid, they just look exactly like him. There's literally no fucking diversion whatsoever.
All gums in their smile.
One got a pacifier.
Oh, dude. Oh, man. I fucking love Beavis and Butthead, bro. It's one of the greatest things of my childhood. It was so fucking awesome when this show started. And even better that they had it scheduled to play early in the morning so kids before they were going off to school would watch it. It was great shit.
Oh, yeah, man.
Did you guys see this? Also, there's word of a Clayface movie and maybe Clayface coming to the Matt Reeves world. They've got this guy here he came and pitched a new Matt Reeves or a new Clayface movie based on Clayface, but there's also word that he could be showing up in the Matt Reeves stuff too.
I like it because I really, I like. So he's done 4 Netflix shows.
Yeah.
So Haunting at Hill House is one of my favorite shows I've probably ever seen. I mean, I know that's personal preference on that. He did the one on the new one he did with the kids, kind of shitty. All those kids can act, so it wasn't completely his fault. So yeah, okay. So we got Bly Manor. Bly Manor was good. Haunting at Hill House was great. Midnight Mass. Midnight Mass is the one on the island, and then the one has the kids, I think, but they didn't list that one. So Midnight Mass, it'll be more spoilers, and they all tie together. There's lots of Easter eggs in them. So I actually really liked all those, especially Hill House. Hill House is spectacular.
I've never seen
if somebody
any
can
of those.
do, when I'm at home, man, I got a lot of background stuff on.
Yeah.
But I've been but I actually sat through. I've done Hill House a couple times. It was so good. So,
be on the lookout for Clayface. I don't even think there's any reason to spec Clayface at this point, but
yeah, I mean, Detective Comics 40. Good luck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a little late, dude. And then
let me just pull that out of my vault, right?
Yeah, just get a little bit, a little Tech 40, and it's a great cover as far as that age Batman. But if I'm thinking of the right cover, I mean, thinking of that or his first cover, but yeah, like you're not gonna make any money on Clayface whatsoever.
Did you guys see this new Gods, this Marvel Gods or whatever it's called? Yeah. It's just called Gods, GODS. It's a new Marvel event. I don't even know if there's been an event that's been worth a shit that anybody's actually.
Is it Thor? Because my God drinks beer, and he's already got 4 movies. That's all I can say.
There's supposed to be like a new. Is this the new character that's supposed to be in it? It says the publisher teased of Gods meet Win, a mysterious player in the war that exists outside the orders we know, and a vital member of an eons-old hierarchy that includes the omnipotent rulers of the universe, such as Eternity, Infinity, and the Living Tribunal. After a fateful meeting with Doctor Strange, Win hints at something even bigger than the forces of good and evil, where the very building blocks of creation scheme and clash. It's the beginning of a breathtaking epic at the crossroads of science and magic, one that will shatter our understanding and open our eyes to the ideas beyond we all perceive, or that we perceive. So more Hickman stuff, and I'll give it a shot. We'll see what happens. Who knows? There was a little YouTube thing too. Let's take a look at this. Hold on here.
Are you good, Stephen Strange?
I fight for the light. That is who I am.
Sure, sounds nice. But you didn't really answer the question, did you?
I am good. And you, Win? Are you good, or are you evil?
Stephen, my boy, who can tell the difference anymore?
There you go. What do you think? Who cares?
Boring.
Is that like a evil Doctor Strange they're bringing in?
I give no fucks.
Is that what it looks like?
Yeah, something.
Because that was a variant of his, right?
Yeah.
It looked like the same guy. So.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting about all this is they're doing this. They're also doing the Beyonder stuff, right? That we've talked about for a while now. So, like, where are they going with this? This was an interesting article I saw today on Comic Book or CBR where they say the Beyonder versus the One Above All. And kind of that Gods thing made me think about, like, that's got to be the character, right? The One Above All. He's like, and if you guys don't know the story about the One Above All, this is a pretty cool little thing. It says, although he has only made occasional appearances in the Marvel Universe, the One Above All is said to be responsible for the existence of all life in the multiverse. First appearing in 2004's Fantastic Four number 511, the One Above All sees and knows all. With no set appearance, he also has the ability to appear anywhere and everywhere at the same time and exist beyond space and time. And I love how they almost like play it as like the One Above All is the author, right? You know what I mean? But he also like has powers and shit like that. So, and And it says here, while the Beyonder and the One Above All are both immensely powerful reality warpers of the highest order, the One Above All is clearly the more powerful of the two. While the Beyonder has gotten caught up in rivalries of the Marvel Universe and seen his power taken by mere humans, the One Above All truly exists in another realm where he stands omnipresent and omnipotent. So, I don't know. It's kind of interesting. So we'll see what happens. I doubt that this character will show up much more, but it's kind of cool. You can go get his first appearance there in Fantastic 4, 511. See if you guys are into any of that shit. But let us know if you're reading Gods and you like it, and what you guys think.
You did draw Jap Kirby well.
yeah, exactly.
What is his first? Is it Eternals 13 or the Thor 288?
For who?
For one above all.
They said Fantastic 4, 511.
Oh, okay. Because I always, because they mention him in Eternals 7 and Eternals 13. He makes a cameo, and then Thor 288 from 1979 is a full introduction of him.
There you go.
Mm.
Interesting. There's a little
So
play.
many-
You might have to go do another look at that again now here.
I love it how there's just so many different books and stories that a character makes a first appearance.
Yeah. It's too confusing now.
It is, and it's the stupidest thing about comics. Buy them all, fuck off.
Well, you know what's interesting? Let me end this shit here. What's interesting is, if you guys get a chance, go check out the Discord. One of the things that we started doing on the Discord, which is kind of caught on, is if you go up, there is this where is it? The comic area, and it's got all the niche comic collecting, and people have been going crazy and putting all kinds of shit in there. Creator first, you can put whatever creator first, then we can add to the list in here. But skull covers, bondage covers, people have been going crazy on the bondage covers. So I like the fact that we're able to kind of put our own list together. So guys, go check these out. Drop off some stuff in here. If you guys know of any other like niche comic collecting stuff. But one of the things that I wanted to do is do something similar with cards. Also, I always liked how Stein always wanted to do like the most beautiful cards that are out there based on like the coolest image, like the Odell Beckham Jr. catch card from Topps 2013, I think, Topps Chrome. The Bautista bat flip, where the Bautista,
Soto.
and have the the Rivera where he's walking out from the bullpen. Like there's some really cool cards out there, and we can also do the same thing for because our boy Chad Cave sent me in. Oh, I must have taken him back. He sent me some great new cards. He sent me a Pete Lecoq second-year rookie cup card and a Bake McBride. So we're going to find a place where you guys can put those in there too. I figure that would be interesting. So make sure you guys go check out the Discord. You guys can also call into the show. Let us know if you want to call in at any time, and I'll bring you in through the waiting room. I'm just chilling in the waiting room right now. Let me see if I can stop sharing a screen. Leave activity. There we go. I'm in there right now, and I'm just muted. But if anybody wants to call in, you're more than welcome. All right.
Do you know what I just found out about? Is the Billy F face card that has like 4 different variations to it.
Yep.
I didn't know about all those
the white
different
box
ones.
and the white box and the white scribble are the toughest to find. I actually played this on the Bogcast. This is played a while ago, but
You're talking about a white box on the on the writing.
card. Yeah.
So it covers it, censors it, and then like they have like a white scribble, a black scribble, and then a black box, and then an uncensored one.
Yeah.
I think the uncensored's the most common.
No,
Really?
the black box is the most. The black box.
Black
is
box.
the most.
Black box has to be
okay.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But unfortunately, for America.
Yeah.
Right.
So, for those of you guys that don't know, here you go. Let's do a quick little rundown on this. This is pretty interesting stuff. I'm glad you brought this up. This is a perfect example of some of the stuff that we're going to be talking about, and that I'd love to have on the Discord. Here we go.
cuss word to appear on a baseball card. So people in the hobby know 1989 Fleer, Billy Ripken card has the worst word of all words, I guess, on the handle of his bat. So the story that's told the most often is Billy Ripken wanted to identify which bat he used in batting practice. So he wrote, and I'll just say FF on his bat handle. Well, he's taking batting practice one day, they're taking photos for cards that day, and he happens to be holding that bat, and it appears on the front of the card. So this became the FF error card is how it's best known. But the funny thing is that this isn't the most rare version of this card. The FF card has a population of about 14,719, meaning of the 4 major grading companies, that's how many of that version of the card have gone through. Currently, a gem mint version of that card goes for about $350. The second most common one is the black box card, so they put a black box over the phrase on his bat handle. There's just under 4,000 of those across the 4 grading companies, and it goes for about $75 for a gem mint. Number 3 is the black scribble. It looks like they took a pen and kind of tried to scribble over the word. This drops all the way down to only about 1,500 of these, and the price about $225 for a gem mint. Now the 2 ones that you jump way down and are much more rare, the whiteout version, which is more of like a white box over it. It only has a pop of 203, and right now an 8, the buy it now on eBay is about $1,000. And then even down further is the white scribble, some white scribble over the top of the word. That only has a pop of 141 across the 4 companies, and the buy it now price for an 8.5 on eBay is only $8.99.
So for those of you guys that don't know, the reason that this happened is due to printers, regional printers doing the job and not all being done at one printer because they had to do it that way. So,
interesting.
Yeah. I'm sure most people don't send in their black boxes because it is the most rare. So that's probably why it's the second most graded one. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I remember going through so much product trying to find those cards. And if you guys don't know, there's a couple other cards in the set. I think there's like a Jeff Treadway card that might be affected, and then there's also the Randy Johnson.
Right.
Yeah, that might not be affected, so be on the lookout for that one.
Right during that right around that time, I was ripping packs to get the FF card. Was that the year before or the year of the Dale Murphy reverse negative in the upper deck?
Year before.
Okay.
Yeah. No, it's the same year. It was the same year, 89 upper deck and 89 Fleer.
Gotcha.
Yep, same
Nice.
year. Yep. Speaking of, well, it's kind of a gimmick, but not really. It's more of an air. But, we talk about gimmick comics all the time, and I thought this was interesting. Check this out. A new gimmick in the comic variant world. How about Scratch Off on the new, I don't know who's, this is Sanctum Sanctorum Comics put up, new characters revealed in Unstoppable Doom Patrol. And they're scratch-off variants, and you might get one character, you might get another character, but they're different characters underneath the thing. So I thought that was pretty interesting, man. They've done scratch-off, before on other things. I remember back in the day when Eazy-E put out that album after him and Dre got into that beef, and he had the scratch-off part on the CD. You remember that? Where it said real motherfucking G's? Yeah.
Yeah, I had that... I think I bought it as a cassette, but I didn't know that they had a scratch off on a CD.
Yeah, that's funny shit, man. You got to come on and talk about
cassettes. I want to see how CGC Gracie's, right?
Hell yeah! What were you saying, Brian?
You got to come on and talk about cassettes one of these nights, because cassette collecting is going crazy right now, dude.
It's going nuts, man. I posted a few of the sales lately, and I'm just watching cassettes. I got in on bidding on some of these things, and they're like, I was like, oh, I'll get it for like $60. It ends up going for like $600.
Wow.
What the hell?
We got more cheesy homage variants coming out, you guys. They just don't stop now. These are your Guardians of the Galaxy homage variants that are heading your way. These are the Stormbreakers. They're all Guardians of the Galaxy centric, homaging famous covers, and there's only a few of them I recognize off the bat, and that's pretty bad. But I thought that that was probably the most interesting one right there. I mean, this is cheesy at this point, but look at this. What's going on here? Is that Spawn? What is that? Is that
Yeah,
Spawn?
I don't know what's going on.
That's fucking Spawn, man. Look at that shit. He's got green eyes.
What the hell?
What is going on? Warlock Rebirth number 2. I mean, only other character I could think that could be would be what's that character that Sleepwalker? What is that? Or Nightwalker? Or wasn't there a weird character in Marvel that looked like Spawn also?
Oh, yeah.
Nightwatch, was that it? Anyways, this is very interesting, dude. Like it could be Spawn. Who knows? Very interesting. What up,
Here's the cover.
Ferd, what up?
Hey, what's up, guys?
So yeah, it's the cover for Stormbreaker's variant for Spawn. Who knows?
What up, Ferdy? Are you here to give us our 30-year fixed market report?
No, all I'm doing is
what's the Kofi index right now?
The Kofi index, man. I don't even know. I'm just trying. I came on to say good luck to my West rivals for the upcoming baseball season. My Astro and Angel rivals on the panel.
Don't even mention the assholes. Those are
cheaters.
I mean, I have my trash can right here, ready for the season. So
and it sucks because guys like Altuve, they might not ever get in the Hall of Fame because of that.
He shouldn't. He's a cheater.
But I mean, he's not even playing this season. He got injured during the World Baseball Classic.
He'll be back
in
like 2 months.
He has to go to surgery for his thumb.
Yeah, it's just thumb surgery. He'll be back in a couple months.
Yeah.
All right. So not only do we have those, we also have some Alex Ross homage covers that are coming. These actually look pretty dope. He's doing this. I guess they're going back and doing the whole X-Men Avengers team things.
That's cool.
He's gonna do the Jim Lee homage where he homages Jim Lee's stuff, which is badass. And then he's doing a 30th anniversary of the Avengers teams and all the Avengers that have been on there. So that's pretty easy. This is the way that those timeless variants should have been put out. Not the way they put them out because it looks terrible. They should have been put out like this. These look good. And if they're going to put them out like the timeless variants on this, then they're fucking screwing everybody by showing them how cool this is right here. If they're just going to put out their faces, why do that again?
Yeah.
Is this going to be an actual mural like in Marvel? Do you think?
Oh, God. It could be. It says here, the Avengers Unity Squad is back with a new volume of Uncanny Avengers. For those who may not remember, Uncanny Avengers first launched in the aftermath, the Epic Avengers vs. X-Men crossover, helmed by Rick Remender and John Cassidy. Marvel announced Uncanny Avengers during Marvel's Unlimited X-Men 60 event Thursday evening. So it looks like it's a new, it says here, they're covers. Commemorative covers will come on August Uncanny Avengers 1, which represents blah, blah, blah. So there we go. And the X-Men piece is showing. So, they're new covers. We'll see how that fucking plays out. All right. They're also going to be putting out George Perez variants, so be on the lookout for those. If you guys are George Perez fans, not very many of them are very good, but it's old school 80s George Perez art. So that one's.
Has anybody ever told you that they actually love how you pronounce his name?
Perez.
All
right.
I graduated from law school in Miami, and it was like all the names were like Alejandro Roberto Ramirez Perez, so
nice roll of the tongue on the R's, baby.
you got the full experience there. So
I had a music teacher that she used to always tell us to roll our R's, and there was kids that couldn't do it. Like they literally can't. You can't do it. They're born like they can't get their tongue to do that. They can't get their mouth to make that noise. So. Thought that was always very interesting. Anyways, moving on. All right. Finally, I thought this is interesting because somebody was talking about this not too long ago. And what the fuck is this? Continue with... No, I don't... Why is it making me do this? It's doing this again here. It's making me pause on this site. It wants to do the ads. All right. Dungeons and Dragons toys are coming back because of the new movie. Hey, Ferd, you got background noise, brother. Okay. There we go. So check these out, dude. These fucking advertisements are going to ruin it. But look how badass these toys are, dude, for Dungeons and Dragons.
Do you think people are going to actually use those as pieces to play?
It
D&D?
says that Hasbro's first ever Dungeons and Dragons fan stream event was delivered new items in their D&D lineup ahead of the release to honor Among Thieves on March 31st. These reveals include D&D Golden Archive Doric and Zenk figures. I'm probably saying those wrong. D&D Dicelings, which sound cool as hell. Green Dragon, Brown Owlbear. So actually, I'll just show them to you. So this, let's do this. There's the owlbear. That looks bad as fuck, dude. That looks badass. Here's the dice. Oh, dude, these are badass, bro. They're like Transformers, but for like 12-sided die, dude. That's badass. That's super sick. Look how badass that looks with the dragon. That looks bad as hell. That reminds me of Mad Balls. That looks pretty dope. Yeah, those are cool, bro. These are really cool. So for all you, so many people complaining that, you know, the Dungeon and Dragon toys were never put out or not that good. These are badass right here, dude. These are sick. That's badass. That's really badass. I would put that in like a case behind me, and I'm not even a Dungeon Dragon fan.
Badass.
Yeah, it might be the.
I just assumed it was a Mad Balls or something.
Right? Yeah, Fighting Codename says they're up on the Hasbro Pulse now.
I watch Stranger Things, but that's as far as I get on D&D.
I'm with you, bro.
Same here, bro.
No haterade. I never was exposed to it.
I think D&D is a cool concept. I'm just not into trench coats. No, all the guys would wear the trench coats, and I just couldn't see myself wearing one of those. And I don't want to be the guy at the table is talking about when I leave.
Speaking of Mad Balls, this is a badass new IG account that I follow, The Enemy Planet, and you can see he's an Oculus fan, and I gotta find me some
Oculus fan on file. Jeez.
Dude, look at that shit, bro. That's a ton of badass Mad
They're
Balls.
pretty sick.
Yeah,
dude.
such a great character. Yeah, badass, dude. They also look at that, dude. That's fucking sick, bro. That's super cool. That is super cool. VHS Crypt. Anyways, very, very cool. One of the things that I wanted to show you guys, you gonna bounce out, Vinny?
Yeah, I'm gonna head out.
All right, brother.
Yeah, I just appreciate you, Brian. You can always you guys can also catch me and Ferd on Mondays. We're on the Radar channel, and I'll be popping back through here whenever I can make it, and keep you talking about video games and everything else. But yeah, I just wanted to stop through and talk tickets a little bit with y'all today. So
all right, brother.
Yeah, love it. Love the ticket. Love the ticket stuff. Love
yeah.
Just wait until you see what Josh is getting back from PSA.
He's been doing it too.
I'm not gonna steal his thunder. I submitted stuff for him, so I'll say that.
Wow.
I leave it in that general statement, so y'all can use your imaginations of,
all right,
all his connections.
All right, guys.
All right,
appreciate y'all.
I saw this on IG. I immediately thought of Sean, and I go, we got to talk about Big Daddy Roth and comics. And I found a Big Daddy Roth comic book that I sent to Sean, but Sean has been collecting these. And for those of you guys that don't know, Big Daddy Roth is like custom car gods, right? And he also just did amazing art also. So the Rat Fink art is Big Daddy Roth, and they did some Topps cards, I want to say, back in the day. That's how I remember first seeing them. They put that Rat Fink on everything, but I never saw the comics until I saw one going through books, and then Sean's like, yeah, dude, there's a bunch of them. So this is the first print, I believe. Is that right, Sean?
Yeah, I did. I believe. I think I'm pretty sure he's right. I grabbed some here. I don't know where everything is, but I grabbed some of the ones that I know. So I think I've got the. So I have those here. So I've got those. Almost like a couple different color variations, sort of it. But I do believe that to be the first print. This is number 1, right?
Yeah. Let me see.
So this is number 1. So the thing about this guy, it's what's considered he's sort of along the line of like the lowbrow art as far as the art goes. But the thing is about this guy is he's clean. Like, so there's not going to be cursing. This is not, it looks like it could be in the realm of like the Robert Crumbs or, so I pull him out. Fuck that. Or, and by the way, that I think you guys have noticed before, I'm not always the cleanest, but you say the lowbrow stuff. So I'm a big fan of like Robert Williams. So, that's how I love stuff like this. All this stuff, man. These would be coffee tables. If you guys remember this is the wouldn't be loved today. Let's put it that way. But this is the inside cover of Appetite to Destruction from Guns N' Roses. You know, I'm just saying it's similar. This is all Robert Williams. Robert Williams is different, and he's raunchy, kinky, all in the same, as you can tell, stuff like that. But he's not. So he'd always do this stuff. The lowbrow art, the rat pink stuff would be super clean. You know, here's a rat pink 3D and stuff like this. I love the way he does. I'd always love the way he does the work. I like the way they put it together. Reminds me a lot of the 80s skate art and stuff like this. This is number 3 from the same series. And then there's different versions. There's different and they're kind of hard to find. So this is number 2. And I'm sorry I didn't look it up before the show and don't remember exactly, but these are variants. There's different color variants and different prints.
The blue one is the one I remember. Yeah.
These I don't think the pink ones are that easy to find. And there might be like another clear one. Here's number 2.
So he keeps just reprinting.
Actually, here's
his
number
books.
1.
What year is that? Is if you open up one of those number 2s, yeah, because I think he just keeps reprinting them. He might just keep reprinting them.
Yeah. So let me see.
And the color variations.
But it's been a very, very long time. I'll look at the difference on these, or maybe we can look them up. I have a couple Big Daddy Roth to show as well. These ones don't have it on there. I just grabbed. Yeah, it even says on here, like I was trying to explain. I didn't even realize it says on here, but always G-rated. You know, it's just it's kid humor, you know, but stuff that's still appreciable. I don't know, like I like to liken it to Sinbad. You know, they say no cheap laughs, but I love potty humor. Come on, let's be honest. You guys met me. So I love it like that. I just love the art and I love the way. And so many people have tried to do this so many times. And he was doing this stuff a long time ago. So let me show you. I think I've got 2 and 3. So here's number 4. So Pete Miller presents Big Daddy Roth. This is 1965.
Oh, that's sick right there, dude.
Wow.
Yeah. So this is gorgeous. And then all right, so think about me. Obviously, I press, grade, sell books, blah blah blah. But I'm definitely a collector. If you ever seen me all these years, so to find stuff like this, when I'm really looking for, I'll take a placeholder, but you find high grade. So this is one of my kings. This came off the wall. This one came off the wall in Baltimore. I saw this and I was like, give me the Big Daddy Roth. I was like, what's going on, man? We're talking to, and I said, and this is super clean. And I'm like, dude, you don't understand. He's like, dude, nobody's ever pulled that down. And I'm like, $100. And he's like, yeah. So this is number 1, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah. So this is 1964. And this thing is gorgeous. And I love it. It's super cool. And he's, that hot rod, rat rod, like lifestyle, all the different art, everything they've done there. You see Rat Fink right on his shoulder. So pretty sure, I think number 2 is a photo cover, so it's really not as cool.
Number 2
it's cool, but it's not.
It's actually, hold on, check it out, bro.
One of them's like a beach photo cover.
Before you say anything.
Okay.
Wow. Nice.
Is that 2?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then 3 is the photo cover then. It's got to be. See, that's impossible. I've never seen the number 2. It was hard enough to find this thing.
Dude, that's super rare, dude.
Like in super high grade. Yeah, I didn't. I don't remember what he had it at, and I was like, man, I would love that thing. How about 100 And he's like, only because I sat there and talked to him about Big Daddy, and then it was on his wall for so goddamn long.
Those
that
might be the
he-
oldest shit
was like,
he ever
"Let's
put
go."
out, because he put out. He did comics. He drew in comics in that comic Badger. He drew a bunch of stuff in
Okay.
Badger. He did like the whole series. It looks like. Did he do the whole series?
Really? I'm to be honest, I feel like a jerk for not knowing as big of a fan. It's mostly
no.
the,
He only did.
but I was
one.
always a Rat Fink collector. I've got little Rat Fink toys and stuff like that I didn't pull out tab over here and things like that. But so to have stuff like this, man, from Big Daddy is great. For Rat Fink for the kids is great. You know, and you can see how it rubs off, like some of the styles and things like this. Like here's a juxtapose from Robert Williams. You know, a lot of the they got a Kozik interview. Jesus, I never saw that. Old new Kozik's badass also, but like things like this, man, where there's just different you know, the different lowbrow style arts and things. This is not Big Daddy Roth, but we're talking about, you know, similar styles and era, different paintings, you know, and he doesn't always do all the art. He does a little bit of that stuff. If you look up the Rat Fink stuff on there, there's just cool Rat Fink memorabilia from like watches and clocks and stuff like that, you know. Everything they've done for these for a while. So whenever I find these, they've never been expensive, you know. They've never been expensive, but I just really enjoy them.
So this is something he did in '87 in the 3D Zone. It's a issue called the 3D Zone, number 6. So do you have that one? Yeah, you have that one.
Yeah.
All right. So hold on. You might have everything that he's ever done, bro. Hold on.
No, it's not all here.
Here's the Big Daddy Ed Roth.
See,
books.
that's the number 3 is the photo cover.
Yep.
There's been a 9.0 up for sale for a while, and I never pulled the
That's
trigger.
the oldest shit he's
I want
done.
one raw.
This magazine is the oldest shit he's done, 1964.
Yeah, I knew the number 1 would be. That was 100% for me. I knew it would be a decent investment. And what are we looking for?
87 are the other ones.
70 fucking years ago.
The Rat Fink comics are from the
That count,
80s,
right?
80s and 90s. See, like, look at the original,
60.
bro.
Oh yeah,
Yours looks
Original,
different
too,
than
that's
both
one
of
I
those,
have.
right?
check. My comic shop does a pretty good job of this. If you want to look in there, they'll.
It reminds me of
comics with an X.
It reminds me of Suicidal Tendencies or like.
Oh yeah.
Who else? There's another band that does like Pennywise, like that kind of art style.
Oh yeah, 100%. But a lot of it's just it's a lowbrow stuff. Suicidal for sure.
Yeah.
Suicidal for sure. Who I now am going to. Anybody going to punk rock bowling?
When is that?
3-day fest. It's Memorial Weekend in Vegas, and I
can't do Memorial. Yeah, I
dude, I live on a lake, and I'm skipping for this, dude.
Who's headlining this year?
Dude.
Oh, it's like
So
they're opening.
There's just 3 days, so.
But they're
it
opening
depends.
that punk rock museum in Vegas also. Like
Oh,
that
they
Mike is
are,
doing. Yeah, so I mean that would be a good time to go. Also, like I mean I don't know when that exactly premieres, but I know it's coming up.
I went and just because we randomly transitioned to that, I went just real quick. I went to my yard or to my garage to find my Fleer set to look up my Billy Ripken card, but I just found on the shelf I thought it was on. I just found a bunch of random fucking punk tickets. They're stuck together. I used to have these glued to my walls. So we got Voodoo Glow Skulls at the barn in '95,
Nice.
and still
They put on a
stuck
good
to it
show.
Is they're the best live. Is Warped Tour '96 in Phoenix.
Nice.
Maybe Bryan and I were there.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
I have one
We
of
got-
those probably in my ticket thing.
Dude, Stick on it. Snowcore Tour, San Bernardino Arena. This place is an absolute shithole. Sublime and Guttermouth in San Bernardino in '95.
Oh, Guttermouth, they're hilarious live.
Dude, they're the best. They're my favorite. Don't tell anybody. The Get Alive Face to Face, Sublime, Face to Face, and Sublime
that's a
in
great show.
Victorville, where I went to high school, 1995. $10.
Wow.
I remember this one clearly. I watched Bradley shoot up backstage, and I'm not fucking kidding with you.
Wow.
The band that's not listed on here is Four Knuckle Sam, and my buddy's cousin Gary let us backstage, and he died not long after this. Face to Face in Tempe, Brian. When I first, this is actually I was visiting a little girl I dated in they have the year. This had to have been like 93, face to face in Chuck at Boston's. I don't
Yeah,
know if you
dude.
remember.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, face to
Boston's,
face at
dude,
Boston's,
big,
dude. This
yeah.
like this. I was in high school. I went to visit a friend, and Showcase Theater in Corona in 1996. Blink, just stamped on there.
Oh wow.
Figure who that fucking is.
That's cool,
So
dude.
anyway, found those guys. Yeah, god damn, I used to be young.
Didn't we all, bro? That's what I'm saying. We need to go through our tickets and shit, dude. That would be fun to do.
Dude, yeah, no, they were literally out like there's all stuff. Those laws, if you can see, there's just a bunch of tape because I used to have these. This is like there's boxes. These were my high school. In high school, these are the decorations on my walls.
Yeah,
I just tape them on the fucking wall. So, but now I know better. I'm not gonna rip them up with the tape because I know how to press and fuck with tape and shit like that. So, I don't know what might be cool. Fucking Blink at the Showcase in '96 or something.
Fucking
you know what I mean?
bro. It'd be worth just grading for yourself, dude.
Yeah.
Flyers and
So-
old tickets. Yeah, that was my whole wall.
And that's not all of them. That's just what I could get with some tape off on the top of a pile when I was looking for a Billy Ripken fuckface in my garage. Apparently,
Big
I need to organize
shakeup
my
at,
garage.
at Disney again with Marvel craziness that's been going on. We've been talking about this. We talked about this on Andy's show on Tuesday with what's her name? Everything going on with that one chick, and now you have a new shakeup going on over there. They fired Isaac Perlmutter, who was the Marvel Entertainment chairman. And from what it sounds like, they're just going to be moving over the comic book stuff over into their world to kind of keep an eye on, which means that, I'm sure they're going to... And anytime you have more eyes on you by the bosses, like shit either gets worse, like you don't put as much time and effort into it because you hate when people are always telling you how to change what they don't know. Most of the time it gets worse. Sometimes it gets better, so we'll see what happens. But it says here, according to Disney's CEO Bob Iger, this will ultimately result... this was part of the larger cost-cutting measure that will result in 7,000 Disney employees losing their job. An attempt to cut $5.5 billion in costs, which every company is doing and every household has been doing for this last year, and we'll see continue to happen. But people are starting to get worried that this is going to cause a lot of Marvel comics to be cut. Also, not only to cut comics, but to cut artists, to cut any extra budget put into making comics better. So we'll have to keep an eye on this. Everybody's going to talk about this over the next couple of months, and I don't know how much worthy it is to get into it. I might be too stoned to talk about it, but...
No, okay. Well, the one thing I got out of this article, a little more, is because those of us that started reading, and I know a lot of us got a little bit back into comics, 2010 to 2013. So that's when we had DC New 52, Marvel Now. That's when we had that shit going, right? And what happened was we noticed that some of the themes would actually start to show up in the movies. So if you start to break away the barrier from the writing team and the TV team, and especially when they become more of a conglomerated team because they're firing how many thousand people?
7,000.
7,000 people. Jesus. So the thing is, if you're paying attention, we might get some more Easter eggs from characters. So even though the quality may or may not be there, that's not what I'm debating. You might be able to get, if you're one of those full-time readers, man, and somebody's going strong, especially anybody who think might show up in the MCU, Marvel, eventually the X-Men, they might start laying Easter eggs for you, because they did it before. And if they cut that team down and they conglomerate them, they're going to be working together, and they're going to be working just to make the most fucking money as possible rather than to make good comic books. So reading might pay off, and hopefully it's good reading, if that makes sense.
Well, I mean, that's like one thing that we've complained over about the last like 2 or 3 years anyways, was whenever they put out a new title, there's like 30 something covers for a book. Like, that's not needed. Like, and there's way too many titles that like were kind of redundant anyways, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like they're just condensing down like what they've grown into so much that is obviously not meeting like whatever expectations that it was supposed to perform at.
Well, the one of the good things they're saying out of this is that the guy who was in the role, one of the major aspects of the role, this Dan Buckley guy, he's been the publisher since 2003. Will maintain his role as Marvel Entertainment president. He will continue to report to Kevin Feige, which could mean some much-needed stability for Marvel Comics, as Buckley has been involved in the comics division for 20 years, and having a veteran in that comic book connection could allow for the division to maintain its independence, as opposed to having someone outside the industry suddenly put in charge. So we'll see. I don't know. More corporate bullshit is more corporate bullshit in my thought process. So
yeah, I was half alluding to that. So
yeah, yeah, right, yeah. So we'll see what happens, but it's kind of funny. Like, if anything, we thought that we'd be hearing more about this on the DC side, and we're gonna remember how we always talk about things go in cycles. And Marvel had been on top, since since the end of DC 52 when DC was on top, and now it might be going back into a cycle, back into where DC's back on top. We'll see if everything going on over at DC is kind of like a spinach style steroid shot to the whole, IP structure over there. We'll see what happens.
New 52 for life, baby.
Amen. I'm the same way, bro. New 52 was so fucking good. It brought me
Fucking
back.
good.
Yeah, it brought me back into reading comics, dude. Like on a weekly basis, it brought me back into reading comics, and there just hasn't been anything that's done that lately for me, man. It's been pretty bad. So, but anyways, it is what it is. We'll keep an eye on it. I'm sure everybody's going to be talking about it over the next couple of weeks, including we'll probably talk about it again more on Saturday. But it like Sean said, it could really help things out. It could be bad. Who knows? We'll talk about it either way. Next, I wanted to really talk about this because a lot of people have been asking me about how to grade cards, and this is a really good page or web page on a good blog. allvintagecards.com does this little 101 on sports card grading, which is freaking excellent. So we're going to go over this. This is a link for everybody that wants to check it out. The definitive guide to grading 101. And they basically talk about grading and how it works. They say a collector sends in his cards. You guys all know that. They get a grade on 1 to 10, blah, 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 blah. But here's some of the stuff that's very interesting that I want to talk about, just key in on. You guys all should go check out this link. I'll also put the link into the show notes in the description. But one of the things that they talk about that's very interesting is like some keys that you need to know about. So obviously they use the same grading terms, gem mint, near mint to mint, near mint, excellent mint, that same type of thing to pour. But here's the keys. All right. We always talk about the keys, starting off with centering. Perfect example of how to center a card is the 2011 Topps. It has that white border, and this you can see is almost perfectly centered trout. It looks like the bottom top might be a little bit more than the bottom, but enough to be gem up a mint 10, right? Centering is the easiest part for cards that have borders, right? Because it's just mathematical, and you have these little things that you can buy that you put over the card, and it's like an acetate thing that you can buy on eBay, and it'll tell you which side and how much you are, if you're 60-40, if you're 50-50, if you're 55, 45, that type of thing, and top to bottom, left to right. But some cards don't have borders. So how do you check for centering on that? The best way to do that is to go look at other examples of PSA 10s or Gem Mint, SGC 10s, and look for things on the card. And here's an example of how I did it. So say if we go to eBay and we look up Fernando Tatis Jr. Topps Chrome PSA 10.
Oh, that's a good card too, because
Right?
like part of it, like it has a border at the bottom, but then like it has an open top.
Yeah,
Right?
very, very, very tough to tell centering on this year's, especially because it was also a horizontal card, right?
Yeah.
So let's go find just a base card to look at. They're all refractors. Here we go. Nope. All right, let's go.
I think a couple up, right?
Let's try this right here. This might be one.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. All right, so you can see it's chrome. You can see the chrome on the bottom. You only have the two borders. You have the one on the horizontal side, one on the vertical. You got them on the right and the left and the bottom. And the best thing to look at though on this is you got to look at the glove. Okay, so if you have either just the tiniest amount of space between the glove and the edge of the card, that's okay. You want just the tiniest amount. And you only want it to go up, to that to the first spot on the glove you can tell, which is the little lace there. And then you want to look at, okay, let's take a look at from his hat to the top to the bottom. And you just keep looking, and that's the best way to look because the glove's going to tell you first off. So if we go look at some Topps Chrome gloves, let's go take a look at some just regular rookies. You guys can see little bit of space in between the glove and the card on this one, right? That's what you want, just the tiniest bit of space all the way up to the front of that lace. That's all you can take. This one, the top looks a little good. It looks the same as the other one, just the tiniest bit, about the same amount of space between the top of his hat and the bottom, part of the card. Let's go look at another one. Let's see here. Let's see if we can find a bad one.
You could probably also use that outfield line too.
Yes.
To like somewhat tell.
Yeah, the outfield line on the top. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like Yi is talking about this line on the top. Utilize that. See how that looks on PSA 10s. Right there, you can see the card is cut right to the edge, so that's about as close as you'd want to get to. Most PSA 10s, I think if you look at them, will probably have a little bit of space in the card. Let's see here. Nope, just cut at the edge of the glove. The two that we've seen. So anyways, now you guys get an idea of what I'm talking about, of how to go look at cards that don't have borders. You got to go look at examples of PSA 10s. Here's another example of that you can still get 10s if you're not 50-50. So you can get, I think PSA 9s you can get. They're 60-40 centering and above. Okay, so I don't. Let's see here. What is 10? Is a 10 a 50-50 exactly? I don't think it is. Right? I think it's.
No, I thought it was for a 10. You could still be
get 60-40. Yeah.
Yeah, from left to right, isn't it? And
yeah.
then on the back side, it's something different. I think it's like 30-70 or something weird like that.
So according to PSA, a card that gets a mint 9 grade has to have centering of 60-40 to 65-35 on the front. Okay, so that's at least for a 9. Let's see here. What do they say for a 10? It says, yeah, tell me if you can look it up, Yi, because that would be interesting. But here you can see how bad the centering is. This is, and looking at it through the tool, you find out it's 60-35. And it's 70-30, which means it probably won't grade anything above a 9. And that now obviously you have to take in, that has to be perfectly sharp corners and everything else, So for corners, a card is considered gem mint to have 4 perfectly sharp corners and is a general standard across all grading companies. You can see this is an example of perfectly sharp corners. That's easy to know. This is a rounded corners. Here you guys can see rounded corners, but that's those old these are old tobacco cards, but it also talks about surfaces. Yeah. I don't think they all did. They didn't, right?
Okay, so
PSA, I'll just try to press that thing and mail it off.
Yeah.
All right, man.
All right. So PSA is saying that the image must be centered on the card within a tolerance not to exceed approximately 55-45 to 60-40% on the front, and then 75-25% on the reverse.
There we go. So the back centering is also a thing. It's just like the front. There's ways to tell, like I was talking. Surfaces. So one of the things about comics that CGC is okay with is stamps on front. They haven't always been okay with that, but a few years back they okayed it because a lot of collectors like to have those date stamps on the front of their comics. Well, not the same with cards right now, but it could be in the future. I think this would be cool to, have like date stamps and old school cards, as long as it looks okay. But it says here, surface problems can come in all kinds of forms, but with some more common issues that will downgrade a card's grades are wax stains, print defects, and by print defects, like print bubbles. You see those on the Jordan a lot. Like, let's see here if we can find a print bubble on this Jordan. Nope, no print bubble on the Jordan. But you see these little print bubbles. They're just like, they look like little bubbles, like in Metroid and shit.
Nate and I saw an interesting card at the TriStar card show. So they had a Jordan rookie card, but they still had a piece of gum stuck on it. And it was like within a card slab. I mean, it wasn't PSA, but it was like one of the other companies.
That's cool.
Yeah. So like, I was like, that's kind of a cool piece, like just to have, like, where it's like kind of like, oh, that person opened this pack like
it's a bummer they opened
years
it. They should have never opened it, like if they would have only known.
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, like, but to see it within a slab, a piece of gum, like,
it's kind of cool.
I thought that was
yeah. That's very
nostalgia
cool.
Hit.
Yeah.
It's like a unique piece, right?
Yep.
Like, and then, like, but how do you even grade like something like that, like with a piece of gum on it?
Probably comes back like a 1 or something. What was it graded?
I don't remember. I think it was
maybe a no
it was
grade.
Like maybe like a 4 or something like that, something weird like that.
Yeah.
But like it wasn't like a notable company. Like, I don't even remember which company it was.
Certain cards have really bad edges. 1971 Topps is one of the perfect examples because it's all black border. So the edges are usually pretty torn up. O-Pee-Chee cards have edges that are usually have like these they look like they're like strands on it. They're really, really coarse. And that's part of printing process, and a lot of people want those on their O-Pee-Chees. I talk about that all the time with the Gretzky rookie. But you guys can see edges. Edges on new cards usually are good, but lately the quality has been so bad on both Topps and Panini that their Chrome products they have like pieces from the cutting of the cards left in the packs, and some of the edges are so coarse that you can tell that they're terrible, and edges have been really bad. So be careful. You still have a lot of edge problems on newer cards still. So, but anyways. This is a good site. Go check it out. It gives you an idea on all the gradings, all the grading companies, what to look at, little hints and stuff. And this is the type of stuff that is good for new collectors, which I know a lot of us are. There's one of the most graded cards of all time right there, ladies and gentlemen, the 1989 Ken Griffey Jr. rookie. So.
That was the first card Doc Joe ever graded. Got a 9, and I won it in a Raz, and it's in the display case. That's my favorite fucking card. I don't know if you can see my fucking hat or not.
Yes, dude, I need that hat, man.
I was gonna say,
in California, get that hat.
I was gonna say, how does Sean have a Seattle hat on? And
it's Griffey, dude.
I know.
Yeah, I know it's Griffey, but it's within the Mariners colors too.
Yeah, I bought it. I bought it. I bought it in Texas, man. After I saw you, I bought it.
Did you?
That's awesome.
Yeah, I bought it at what's it called? This place is great. The Baseballism, because they have one at the park where the Cowgirls play.
Okay.
So yeah, look
well,
at
what people don't know is that they airbrush this. He's not wearing Mariner stuff. He's wearing Pilots stuff. So
yes.
Yeah, the Pilots. I got an autograph from him from my team. I was sick and I couldn't make the game. When the San Bernardino Spirit was playing the Stockton Ports, and I got an autographed ball, and with Junior on it, and I found out like later on. But I got that card autoed with a photo ball autoed. It was like my prized possessions, and it's because he was fucking 19 years old, starting center field, and his dad was a fucking badass.
Yeah.
So and you're like, I don't know, 11 or something, and somebody's 19 and starting. It was great.
Listen to what they say on the back of it. They say, The son of Major League veteran Ken Griffey, who is still active with the Reds, Ken Jr. is rising star on the Seattle horizon, possibly the finest young talent the Mariners have ever produced. He will probably begin the '89 campaign with AAA Calgary, since his projected half season at AA Vermont in 1988 was cut short to a back injury. The M's drafted him number 1 in June of '87 out of Cincinnati's famed Moeller High School, and 17-year-old Ken broke in with a .320 batting average, 14 home runs at Bellingham that season. That's awesome, man. That's so cool. What an iconic card.
Yeah. So what Stein told me about this card was the hologram on the back. They actually take account for like how centered that is.
Well, it's also chipped a lot too. It chips a ton. So
yeah.
Jesse picked up 2 the other day, and he's like, "What do you think about grading?" And I go, "Flip them over," and one of the holograms had the top corner popped off of it. So,
wow,
very, very interesting. Good shit, man. That's really good shit. So there we go.
That's great, man.
Yeah, interesting card stuff. Make sure you guys go check it out. That'll help you. I know a lot of you guys out there are getting new into cards and stuff. One of the things that we talked about last week was the rainbow, collecting the rainbow, as they call it in cards.
I'm still working on.
Very fucking difficult.
Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
my buddy completed one, but it's a lady that he works with, son in like AAA.
Yeah.
Oh,
and he got like 16 cards. He fucking found them.
Yeah.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
I'm working.
He did like, but this isn't exactly Mike Trout. You know what I mean?
I chose the worst set to like try to complete a rainbow on, like that. I'm doing the NBA Hoops premium stock for Jaw. I have like 20 something cards. I'm only like halfway through. Like, how is that possible? And like I'm starting to get to the really pricey ones. I'm just like kind of like, do I want this comic or do I want this card?
Wow.
But I kind of wish he was suspended longer so his cards would go down. But
here's a way to
break
show
your fucking
everybody.
leg.
Yeah, here's a way to show everybody out there what we're talking about, and you can understand it. This is somebody that's trying to complete the full Justin Jefferson rainbow from 2021 Prism, not even his rookie year. So here we go. Check it out. As you can see, this is all the different Prism variations, all the different colors. He's basically got everything except the gold shimmer numbered to 10 and the black finite numbered to 1. He's got everything else. So,
wow.
Yeah.
There we go.
Wow.
Pretty damn good player.
Look how good it looks in those. Just in regular.
Oh wow, he even has the gold vinyl.
Yeah.
1 of 1. That's crazy.
Just the Loctites, like it looks so good in those, man. And the one touches.
Yeah.
That's fun, dude. That's a fun goal.
Yeah.
Expensive, but fun.
It's fun to like you don't even realize you're starting it until like you have like so many into it. But I mean, like I know it's gonna take me a while to complete, but yeah, I'm just like kind of like,
well,
it's something interesting to do.
The reason why that Sean's friend pulled it off is because it's for somebody who you can go buy their, one of ones for $50-$60, or they're numbered to 5 for $50-$60. So if you're gonna, that's why a lot of people, when they do their first shot at it, they pick like somebody from their hometown that, that they were fans of, or, somebody that isn't like a superstar. Or if they do choose a superstar, they choose a year, like a third or fourth year, like this person's doing right here. So, pretty damn cool. Could you imagine some of the people who are trying to go after certain players like that Brock Lesnar out of the Prism from the other year? Like that would be a cool one to collect. That isn't a rookie. If what's his name has one coming up in Prism, WWE, that will be one that will be crazy.
Well, I found out Logan Paul is not going to be on the checklist.
Oh, he's not.
He is not on the checklist
for sure.
I like they announced the checklist yesterday sometime, and I looked over the list and I was like, he's not on this list. I was like, I bought a hobby box in hopes to pull a Logan Paul rookie card, and now I just have a hobby box of WWE. So I don't know what I'm gonna do with it.
Well,
I mean, I know I'm not gonna rip it.
They're putting was it Hasbulla?
Brian, I just sent you a text. I don't know if that's the easy way to get it on the computer or not.
Okay, yeah, hold on one sec.
Wait till you see the rookie card that's coming out. Wait till you
right.
see the auto rookie.
Is that what you're talking about? Yep. Oh
One I just
wow,
texted
dude.
you.
What is the timing on that, bro?
Oh my gosh, dude!
What
I don't know.
is the timing on that?
Keith Shimabukuro text me that today. Text that to me and Trey and Joe. And
Bro, that's the card I was picking up.
Go.
Hasbulla, yeah.
Let's go. Hasbulla with an auto rookie, dude.
Yeah.
Let's go. Come on.
The black finite 1 of 1 of these will be the card everybody is going to be searching for.
How are you getting dude? What? I can't even imagine. Don't you actually think just a regular auto will be like?
They should have. Aren't
$300
they
to
just doing a
$500?
regular?
It's not the best picture.
Yeah, it's not the best picture, but it works.
I like the fist in the air.
Yeah.
And like you can kind of tell the size of him with his
phone.
iPhone.
Oh yeah, with his phone.
I think that's iPhone 4, by the way. No, it's an iPhone 3.
Are they going to do a regular card or just the
mine.
auto?
Huh?
Is they going to do a regular card or just the auto?
My buddy, all I got is this text. That's all I got.
The Hasbulla rookie
I
card
know.
and his Prism debut is sure to be fire. Yeah, man, that's going to be awesome. So there's somebody you can go after the Hasbulla Rainbow for everybody out there. Give it a shot.
Good luck, dude.
What a time to be alive. What a time.
Dude, the only way I would ever try to do a rainbow, to collect people, you just got to start with the 101, right?
Yeah.
Go from there.
I would
you're just
recommend
gonna, you know what I mean? Because it literally not only could be somebody who doesn't want to sell it, it could just be in a box that nobody ever opens.
Yeah.
Ever opens. Ever.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, for the rest of eternity, when like the nukes start coming, like yeah.
Well, I mean, the rainbow I'm chasing after has six
go.
different one of ones.
Right, good
I mean,
luck, dude.
I'll just be happy for one.
You're
at
done.
This point. Yeah. So
close
like, I mean, I've seen 3 on eBay, 3 different ones on eBay already. So it gives me an idea of which ones are probably still out there, like in boxes, like kind of like what's not commonly open.
Yeah.
Or what a lot of people. Yeah. So I figured if you bought enough boxes or enough cases, you could actually probably pull it.
Yeah. Do you guys remember us talking? We talked about them forever ago. We've talked them a couple times on the show, but gas trading cards, gas network trading cards, I think they're called. And they did they recently did that Arnold Schwarzenegger one where he signed a bunch of There's a new company that I found that looks interesting. Check this out. This is a company called Piggy Banks. Piggy Banks
dude.
art cards.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Those
he
guys are
makes
cool.
really badass custom cards.
Yeah.
He
He's
had
in Beverly Hills or something, right? Shop in Beverly Hills.
I'm not sure. That's a good question. Well, the reason I noticed them is because I noticed the Tyrone Bigham's card, which is gorgeous, right? And look how good his slab thing looks. It looks beautiful.
The label,
the label,
and just like the case, case itself too.
Looks like a ticket itself. So, but he makes a bunch of them. This is Kobe Bryant that he did. It's like a trading card Pokemon type thing. There's Lil Wayne, Nipsey Hussle.
He has a really cool Otani card.
I love that Crenshaw thing. Look at this, the Batman stained glass. You can buy these too. There's a Boba Fett bounty hunter one. That's pretty dope.
That Boba Fett one was cool.
Yeah.
I like.
So
I
he
like
just
that one.
basically just jokes with the grids.
Yeah.
He just makes these things.
This is Mac Miller.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah. Buzz Lightyear Air Max ones. Otani. He does a cool Joe Rogan one too. There's Luca. Look at the Luca Skywalker.
Oh man, that guy's like 12th place in the West. He's amazing.
There's a Julio Rodriguez that's pretty good.
That's cool.
Yeah, for the bomb
Who
squad.
throws the guns on these guys, dude?
The Rogan is cool. He did that one with a bunch of comedians, but he did a Rogan where it's a playoff on the Bo Jackson. Dude, this one's really badass.
That Peaky's sick, dude.
Yeah, the Thomas
Yeah,
Shelby
dude.
old
Tommy
school
Shelby?
tobacco card. Yeah, dude. I might have to get one of those. Oh, look at this. The Darth Vader.
Oh, yeah.
On his lightsaber.
Fuckface Vader
yeah.
just straight says it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's like America.
There's the Mewtwo.
Look at bald ass LeBron, dude.
Yeah. Here it is. Here's the
T206 bald LeBron.
There's the Rogan.
All right, that's with the mic.
Yeah.
I get it. It's a little off.
Yeah, it is a little off. Mac
Dude,
Miller.
look at bald LeBron. I just want to look at bald LeBron, and he all the way up to your right. The other way. There we go. I was like watching
that
LeBron be bald.
T06 style.
Yeah.
Yeah, T206 bald ass LeBron.
Lakers and Foe. That's the name of it. The Jordan. Look at that. Jaw. That's cool.
Oh, that's funny.
So what's the deal on these, man? Is it they owe any royalties or just wait to?
It's art. Because it's art, they can get away with it, dude.
They get away with it with public figures.
Yeah.
That's
let's see
good. I like
here.
that. Who
Not
gives a
just cards. This is art. So that's that's probably how he says it. But is that G.I. Joe one for Joe Burrow? That's pretty dope. Tiger Force.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. So there's canvas and refractor variants. So be on the lookout for them. That's pretty cool. The Luca is pretty funny. The Luca Skywalker. I don't know. I thought that was pretty funny. But what is interesting is this. Check this out. How about, we're talking about Wembanyama and all that stuff. How about the first Luca? Because he didn't start here in the States. He started in, where is it, Serbia or something like that, right? And this is when he was 17 years old or 16, and he played in Real Madrid.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's an upper deck card from 2015-2016.
So he's always signed Lulu.
Yep. So with the 7 on it. But I'm not sure if that's his very first card. Let's see if we can find Luca.
But I mean, he was like what, 16? You said during this time for this card?
Yeah, 16 or 17, I think. Yeah, that's his first Euro card, 2016 Upper Deck. That card sells for $40,000, I think. We're asking price for a 10. The first Luka Doncic cards are 2016, 2017 Upper Deck Turkish Airlines. Yeah, check these out. This is cool. Except all. Yeah. What is this? Yep. The first Luka Doncic cards are part of the 2017 Upper Deck Turkish Airlines Euro League. So let's go here.
I bet Otani's card, like first Japan card, probably would do something similar.
Yeah, 2012. Yeah.
All right, here we go. There we go. $5,000 for just a regular. These are other cards coming out of the set. There is a PSA 10. It's rainbow foil that's coming up. These are other players that are in the set. So I wonder. It's pretty interesting. There's your first Luka. What was the first Otani?
Had to be 2012 or something. I can't remember the exact card.
I think 13
BBM.
was his debut throwing in Japan, and I don't have any idea what his first card is.
I know they did a 2017 Bowman.
Oh wait, I know it is. I know it is. Hold on.
2013. Here we go.
I would know what his first Japan card is.
It's 2013 BBM. Does that sound right?
Where is it?
Here we go. Let's take a look at this. Here you go. Here we go. 2013 BBM Hokkaido NBP rookie card. There's his autograph. 4 of 10. Wow, they only made 10 of them. Stunning 2013
Crazy.
BBM Hokkaido is the official rookie auto from Shohei's rookie year in Japan. This card is extremely rare in the States and was released solely to Japanese market. In 2012, he was playing high school baseball for Hanamaki High when he made the national and international headlines for a blazing 99.4 mile an hour fastball. This is the first Bowman card I remember him. You could only get it in 2017 mega boxes, and it was a Mojo card.
Yeah.
So that's beautiful.
So pricey.
Yeah.
I've been eyeing one for like a year, and then I'm just like kind of like watching the prices like they jump.
Yeah.
They jump extreme, and I'm just like I can't justify spending.
I have like 50 of these. I got to get them graded. But yeah, that is beautiful, man. So there you go. Your first Shohei. We'll get into this stuff when we start talking about other European sets and stuff. I have a bunch of stuff to talk about for some of those European sets, but I love those collecting those type of things.
I still want a Hoyu fat card.
I want it's called Beach Get Down.
All right. This is pretty cool out at the spring training.
1987.
So this guy went up to Barry Larkin and gave him his rookie year from 87 Fleer unopened and said, here, try and find your rookie cards. And most of the time they don't find them, but they just talk about players that they played with. This is a cool thing. This guy goes by Bryan Pirip on IG.
When's the last time you opened a pack? Bro, I don't know if I ever opened a pack.
He just said, I don't know if I've ever opened a pack of baseball cards. Think about that. Most people who play baseball don't collect baseball cards.
Yeah.
Hey, Johnny Franco. Oh, that's cool. Nope.
No,
that's one.
that's
That's
one.
Not
Oh, man, you got to find it.
I was looking for the bubble gum that was in it.
Oh, dude,
Didn't they used to? I don't need.
I got it.
I
Yeah,
don't need-
we got to show you the. We got to
I
show you the
don't
bubble gum though.
That's tops. I think that's Fleer, right?
Yeah, this is Fleer. But
Oh,
this is.
okay.
I always thought that this was Barry's best card. Was this one?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like seeing an old yearbook.
It really is, man. Rob Murphy. Oh, I saw that dude right there, bro. This dude right here.
Yeah.
Got some stories for you. Left-handed pitcher, bro.
He's about to put him on front street.
Oh, man. That's all good.
You would have got one of these.
So that's a good one, but this one's even better. Check it out. I know Stein would love these. Eric
That was
Davis.
the rookie card.
Oh, Jesus.
70
Tom
bags
Mattingly
my second year.
That's cool.
My rookie year was 84.
Whoa! Oh, shit.
Right there.
No, the 85
There
Davis.
you are right there, man.
He pulled it right out of his first pack.
That's
Not only
85 though,
pulled-
right?
Oh wow.
85, yeah, and he tells it right this. He says 84 was his rookie year, but they didn't make him a card until 85.
Yeah.
It's not my rookie year, but that was the rookie card.
Oh, jeez, there's Tom Mattingly right
Yeah,
there.
we know well.
My rookie year was 84.
I remember you used to work back then.
And it's actually centered, dude. Look how nicely centered it is. That's tough. Stein has a vendor's case of 85 tops.
I love Derek Davis, dude.
Yeah.
I love the way he drop his hands with the fucking bat like that, dude.
Yeah. Him and
He'd take
Darryl.
off with the wheels, tall as shit. Fucking look at that neck, dude. Majestic ass neck.
Yeah,
Topps
he
was
a
getting
stud.
like veteran players opening stuff. Who was it? Was it Wade Boggs?
Yep. They've been doing it with
Yeah.
a lot of people. There's a guy that's been doing it for a long time on YouTube that I've been following. It's pretty interesting. But yeah, I just love seeing that, man. I love seeing players, open the cards. That guy went to Mark Grace's house and gave Mark Grace like a box of cards to open, which was pretty cool. It's just fun stuff.
I was wanting to golf and drink with Mark Grace. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah, dude. A lot of people.
Just on his off days.
Yeah.
That's why that boy could only throw fucking 82 gas, dude. He was dialed in, man, but he was way too tired to fucking throw heaters.
All right, here we go. Next, let's get into the market report. I don't got much going on in the market report this week, you guys, but we'll just go through it quickly. I have another half of a blunt to go hit up, and my stoniness is starting to take a dive. So that means the show is almost over. 45 live. Thanks for hanging out with us, you guys. Make sure to check out all the links in the descriptions and all the goodies in thereof. Let's get into the market report, starting off with some interesting stuff here. All right. A Superman Batman number 4, a 9.4. Tough to find that book in any grade, but a 9.4 blue label, which is, they used to put it in green label only, so that's interesting. But a blue label, and the reason why they put it in green labels back in the day is because it says number 88 of $4.99 on marker in the back. And this one sold for $645.90 with $16 shipping. Tough book. Along with a Wolverine
and blue label.
Yeah, a Wolverine, the J. Scott Campbell, but this time the Mexican. This is the Mexican variant. 9.6 yellow label signed by J. Scott Campbell, sold for $810. I wonder if the person that bought that realized it was the Mexican variant. What does the Mexican usually sell for? I bet it doesn't go for that much.
$100, $200.
Yeah, so I bet you this person's going to be pissed off. And he's probably going to be sending it back. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Chat, let us know. Hopefully that isn't you. Somebody in chat.
Pretty fucking clear, though.
Yeah, it is.
I'll
very
be glad if I was a seller.
Yes. Yes.
Although apparently if it's one bid, does that mean it's either best offer or...
Probably best offer, yeah. Or buy it now, I mean.
Well, because it's even a different issue, isn't it? Because it's Wolverine 1, isn't it? Or something like that? Or is it the Death of Wolverine?
I can't remember.
I don't remember what exact issue it is, but I know it's not. I know it's not issue 13.
I would. Well, don't they say like no matter what the buyer is always going to win? Even in that case, I would be so pissed.
I don't think I don't think that they always win. I don't have returns on, and I don't know. It's not always the buyer's gonna win. And this guy just might be a fucking idiot because he already proved himself to be an idiot, and he might just think he has the greatest book ever.
Well, I've done that before.
It is pretty fucking blatant exactly what that book is.
But I think we've all done that where we've seen something that we thought
Wrong
is crazy.
year, Mexican, and that's it.
Yeah.
And wrong number.
Solo says, "Holy shit, that zombie atom bomb went for almost $400. Yep, $399 for a 9.8. That's a tough book. You don't see that book pop up very often in any of the market reports. I am sure it's sold, but I haven't seen a ton of it. So it's a cool book. Love that book. Thank you to Solo Wookie for scoring me a copy. All right, next, how about the Wolverine 102.5 signed? Such a tough book. $1,500 on a buy it now. Probably got put up and somebody said, I'll take it. Be very interesting. Is there any more available on eBay right now? Somebody tell me. Let me know. I doubt it. And if there isn't, that's probably why it sold so quick. So such a tough book, man. Invincible Iron Man number 9. The variant is one of those books that, what seems to weather the storm of dying prices on Riri books, and it's still selling for $1,325. Still selling above $1,000 in a 9.8.
That was like a 3K. Wasn't it 3K?
Yeah.
I thought it was 3K? More. I thought it was more, but like
okay.
I could be no, dude. Still, let's just say it's 1/3 of the price. It's 1/3 of the price. Yeah.
But still over $1,000. So.
That's true. It's still over 1,000. I mean,
thousands. That thing where most people will say that, okay, now I'll start thinking about buying it if it's below 1,000.
What would your buy-in be
500
to go back
max.
into this book?
500 max.
$0.
Yeah.
I mean,
1,000.
I would consider maybe 700.
I'm out. I definitely consider 700, but honestly, I wouldn't spend $700 there. I mean, if I had 20, say I got 25 grand to spend on, I don't know, 25 modern, 40 modern 9.8s. I don't know where I'm at with that book anymore.
Yeah.
You know,
makes sense.
CGC Signature Series 9/8 Back to the Future #1 signed by Michael J. Fox. That is a cool cover to get Michael J. Fox to sign. That's a really cool one. So $800.
I feel like
that's old
celebrities.
school.
I feel like celebrities like that though, like their signatures like by themselves are like what $300 to $500.
Man,
right?
we see some really big drops in prices on signed books lately, bro. Seriously, it's
Yeah.
crazy. But you're right. You're right. A lot of these people are taking a hit selling these books. You know, just on the cost of the autograph alone. But
Do you think it's because there's so many are out there already, or is it?
no, it's because
Or is it
people are
like-
tight with their money right now, man. Spending money on comic
Mm.
books is tough to do. So
Yeah.
Next, how about another signed book? This one's signed by Ewan McGregor. This is Obi-Wan #1, a 9/6 yellow label, sold for $330. So there you go. Another example of probably $300 to get Ewan McGregor's autograph. You know?
Yeah.
9/8 for a Wolverine 8 is selling for just around $300. Would you? I feel like that's a good example of a $300 9/8, right? That's like $300. I would buy in at $300 if I had an extra $300 and I saw that book. I'm not mad at that.
I mean, it's
price.
always been a classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always been a classic cover, anyways.
Yeah, great cover, great colors. Tough to, probably not a tough, easy book to find in high grade. Yeah, I would consider buying in on that. That's I think what I like to show a lot of, like questioning whether would you buy in at this price or is this it needs to go lower or whatever. Another beautiful book. I'm not a big J. Scott Campbell fan anymore, but that Amazing Spider-Man Renew Your Vows variant where she's in the wedding dress, that's a gorgeous book with the white Campbell marker autograph.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's just a good-looking book, and for $400 on the CGC 9.8, that's another one of those where, if my girl was like really likes J. Scott Campbell covers and just like, oh, I love how that I would buy that. I would pay $400 for that. That'd be a cool gift. But anyways, I don't know if I'd buy it for myself. I don't think I could buy it for myself. I'm not that big a fan of J. Scott Campbell to be buying a wedding cover. All right, next. Gene Hackman autograph that another guy you never see signing anymore. He's just too old. $400 for that Superman 78, an 8/0 Gene Hackman autograph in the white. I like that again. So interesting. Sensational Spider-Man #0, the 1 out of 3,000 rare red webbing version, which we talked about on the Almost 10 a few weeks ago with Stein, book that I never knew even existed. Out of 3K, I think it's numbered out of 3K on the back. Really rare Sensational Spider-Man 0 that I'm sure probably people have seen in boxes before and not realized it was rare. So $285 on one bid that was scooped up quick like.
Yeah, I never knew it existed.
Yeah.
I know weird shit.
I fucking love Spirit covers. I love Will Eisner, Good Girl art. I love the Spirit. You guys know, my Grail book was achieved recently with it being a Spirit book. And this is just a gorgeous 1950 comic book magazine. The Spirit #20, great Good Girl art cover, $335 raw. That's a cool buy right there. Beautiful. How about Star Wars Rebel Heist, the sketch covers by Adam Hughes? Somebody picked up all 4 for about $300. To me, that's a great buy. Those are super tough to find. If any of those are in high grade, send them in, get them graded. Not as rare as the Phoenix Comic-Con Han Solo one, but those are super rare, so be on the lookout for them. And one of my grails, the Archie Comics Betty and Me #16 from 1968. The had to beat off 4 other guys. So,
dude, I mean, how fucking old and perverted can people be? We're like the lowest age of people that know what this book is.
I can't stand.
So there's somebody spending $60 to tell his friends that he bought a book for $328 for $15 shippings for a book that's not even bagged and boarded with the worst spine roll I've ever seen in my life. To say, look, man, Archie had to beat them off. All right. I'm at it, dude. All right, buddy.
You know, I can't stand like Pharaoh Lounge boobies, titty covers, you know. Like they drive me crazy. But I love me some dick and fart jokes and sexual innuendo covers, man. When they're like this and they're like ha ha hee hee, I love them. I need to get me one. So I'm on the lookout for that and the weed one. So
yeah, and the ones where Archie's a drug dealer talking about pill popping, or the other one, hey, do you like how I do the splits? And she's literally
pearl necklace one.
Betty's just out there, dude. They're so good. And like if you from the 80s, mostly 80s and 90s, if you leave behind any Betty and Veronica swimsuit covers, you're just dumb because people are paying for them. I'm just saying. I don't care what grade they're in either.
Yeah, I almost bought the weed one. Like I was looking at a copy for like at Baltimore. I think the guy wanted like $80 for it, maybe 100. And I was just like kind of like I don't want to spend that much, like for kind of like what the condition was in. I was just like kind of like I was like I'd rather buy something else.
Yeah,
yeah.
But I really considered it really hard, so I was like kind of like.
Do you see the 9-9 killing joke there, Adam or Aaron? Adam, Jesus Christ.
I want to say that's higher than it's ever been. Like I remember 9-9 copies floating around 1,100, 1,200, maybe like 2 or 3 years ago. So I want to say that's like up, and there's 10s on the census as well.
Yeah,
because it's like one of those square bound.
Yeah,
prestige format square bound book.
Next, Gravedigger vintage monster truck poster art, $285 on 29 bids. Get me some Gravedigger posters up in there, man. Ooh, look at that skull cover too. The skull, where the moon is a skull. That's badass, man. That's 1990s era arenas full of mud.
This literally, I told my weird Gravedigger story today. I'll tell it real quick. I was sitting here. I went to have an early dinner after something I had to do today. Monster Truck Rally is on at OG's, which is basically a brewery-ish restaurant around here. Anyway, so they got the monster truck. So I get Gravedigger. I'm sitting next to someone. And I said, do you know much about Gravedigger monster trucks? And I don't know a lot, not pretending I know a lot, but I would go to, I'm not really, I'm a SoCal guy, but I'm not really a dirt bike guy anyway. Love to go see a monster truck thing, have some beers, have a good time, watch these guys crash the cars. I used to work at the Stardust in Vegas about 20 years ago. I remember I checked in an entire downtown where they had the rodeo by not Frontier, the one across the street. Anyway, so they had the monster truck thing. I checked in a whole Gravedigger family. There's 7 of them. There's 7 of them. They're the Gravedigger family fresh off the plane. All right. Dad had the Gravedigger Letterman's jacket, probably $500 jacket, dude. Because I don't know where else you would get another one. But I just remember like, damn, people really care. And I'm like, and I look at my stupid interest. Look what I'm talking about tonight. But like, so I don't judge anybody's interest. But this dad's like, nah, we don't have to watch anything athletic. We don't have to watch anything of any importance. And I'm not downplaying the fact that they can drive this they can drive the car better than me. But he was just like, nope, our family's just gonna follow Gravedigger around the country. Right? All right, Dad. Good stuff, man.
Dude, my uncle took me to monster truck rally at the America West Arena when the America West Arena first opened. And bro, it was too loud for me. I was like, this is fucking way too loud. This shit sucks. I do not want to be here. I need to get the fuck out of here. I was gonzo. Peace.
That's too loud?
Too loud, bro. Too loud. And
have you ever been? I have not been. I've never been to the left turn only league. Have you done NASCAR?
No.
Because I heard that shit's loud, dude. Wait till
Yeah,
they
but they all
got
wear,
they
like,
can have Tesla smoking people.
like
They made
shooting.
they made a mom car Mustang that's electric that beats my shit. I want to kill somebody. But anyway.
Have you ever been to like funny car races or anything like that? Like drag
Yeah,
races?
for sure. My grandpa
Yeah,
used to
I mean,
my grandpa used to
yeah.
race those in the 50s and 60s.
Too
Nice.
fucking loud.
Yeah, and that's outdoors too. If you're thinking about it, like because like most of these monster truck rally things are in enclosed stadiums, right?
That's why it was so
Like,
loud
they-
because it was like reverberating, bro. It was crazy, man. So, this is interesting. Vintage Disneyland poster for Halix. I don't ever remember that. Halix now appearing concert poster at Tomorrowland on the Disney stage. That's pretty interesting. I'm sure Disney cultists are going crazy because this showed up on eBay for the first time ever type thing. So if you guys remember Halix, I don't. Looks very Star Wars-esque. Mondo being up in the air whether they're going to continue. I know there's rumors that they're donezo. I heard there's rumors that they might be saved. But be on the lookout, you guys, for Mondo stuff. Now that they could be done, I know there could be a little nostalgia for them. But here you go as a perfect example. Thing poster from Jock. Jock did a Mondo poster for The Thing, the movie. And there you guys can see $500. Gonzo in seconds. So be on the lookout. More G.I. Joes. How about a rare G.I. Joe Estrella Brazil Tiger Garda Costier or I don't know how to say that. You guys can help me out because I'm lost on that one. That's Portuguese, I imagine. So that being said, it is a rare Brazilian G.I. Joe that looks like Shipwreck with a repaint and an M16. So pretty damn rare, $41 loose. Then the Night Force Spearhead and Max. Love G.I. Joe figures with dogs. Love them even more when they're rare Night Force figures. And there is the Spearhead and Max figure loose with file card and accessory, sold for over $200, $208. And then the even more rare than all of them, well, it might not be as rare as that first one. I have to find out. But the rare Brazilian Snake Eyes figure or Cobra Invaser from 1985, super rare figure. As you can see there, $205 on 32 bids.
I wonder if Nate has that.
Yeah, good question. In my search algorithms that I use to look up this stuff, all of a sudden, Probstein and big card dealers have entered the comic book and toy algorithm searches because our streams are crossing on the collectors, jumping into each other's hobby. And so I'm starting to see more sales on cards, and it's got me saying, like, I want to take some shots at some of these. A lot of sealed wax. How about a 2016 Topps Chrome Baseball Jumbo box where you get 5 autos in that box? $338. It's Trey Turner's rookie year. There's probably some other good rookies. That'd be a fun rip for $330. You get 5 guaranteed autos. 96-97 Topps Series 2 basketball retail box. It's Kobe's rookie year. I don't know if you could get him in Series 2, but it's still sold for $511. And then, as Richie was talking at the beginning of the show, grading sealed packs, I would definitely have taken a shot on this. An 84 Topps football rack pack with a Dan Marino rookie showing on the front. Graded, sealed by Baseball Card Exchange. That is awesome for $300. Great little pickup in my opinion. Sensation Comics number 13, Crazy bowling the heads off of the Access Powers cover. I've never seen that book. That's a crazy cover. Sold raw for $1,030. And then our friend, the multiple cover collector, is back. He sold a Lobo Portrait of a Victim number 1 with 6 covers for $565, and Detective 677 with 12 covers for $1,380.
Where do you find this kind of stuff? I mean, like, how's someone find
I want to
that?
reach out to him and get him on the show because I have a feeling either he's making these or he's
making them.
He's from the printer, and they just did this to fuck around.
There's only 2 options.
Yeah.
It's never been heard of, never been sold.
Yep.
No one's ever saw this. No guy in the history. Ask any dealer you want.
He could have
Mysteries
saved
never
them
happened.
when they pulled them out of the printer instead of throwing them away. He saved them and
That
took
is
them home.
there's only freaking possibility, dude.
Right?
We should try to look up his description right now.
Yeah. I definitely want to try and get him on the show and find out. So we will do that for sure. Yeah, it's definitely something I want to do. All right, we got a couple more here. Hold on. Let me bring these out. All right, a couple more that I want to take a look at with you guys that I thought were interesting. Let's go here and here. All right, this is the Cobra Defensive Cobra Island set from like 2009. It's a tough to find set, but it has some great figures, and I love how they redid these figures during this time. They were basically the same. They were just beefed up versions of the 3 3/4. Just great looking figures. But this one set had the Night Creeper Viper. It had the Alley Viper. The Range Viper, the Alley Viper, the Night Creeper Leader, the Bat. The guy who flew the Black Mamba, the Lamprey who did the hydrofoil, and then Dr. Mindbender. But man, to have those 4 figures right there, those are great looking figures. Love that Range Viper right there. So this sold for $205 in the box. Never seen these. You ever seen these, Sean? Galaxy Heroes. They're like He-Man figures.
What country?
It looks like America. Galaxy Heroes. Let's take a look here.
I mean, obviously, they clearly are using the mold from the He-Man company.
Yeah, unpunched. I don't know if they're old or new or what. Made in China.
What's the description? Did somebody write about them? I have no idea, dude.
Yeah,
they're clearly the same thing.
KO Galaxy Hero figures, all new and sealed in their original blister. Some bubbles in the blister. From Chile. There we go.
There we go.
That's
There's a bootleg ass shit from Chile, dude.
Yeah, look at that.
Chile, excuse me. Yeah,
$300 for all of those.
I'd probably be down for 300 just to have them. $3,000? Fuck
look
no.
how crazy
300?
that.
Yep,
you could tell there's bootleg. Look at that.
But look at that mustache. That mustache is amazing. That is one beautiful mustache on that man.
Look at that head.
I love it, dude. Look why his nipples a little high. Why this guy got to put his hand in the picture? I don't understand.
Look at his goatee.
It's painted on for sure, dude. I love it.
Oh, this guy's yeah. They couldn't even. They didn't even want. Look at that. Yeah. Total bootleg figures. There's a Viking. Oh yeah, look at that guy. Yeah, dude, this is a great. Ooh, that's where they took the tiger head and they said, "No, we got to paint it elite flesh color."
Why do their titties got to be a little high?
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Right? Kind of weird.
And all the backing boards are exactly the same.
How cool is that?
And the rest is the same.
One of the greatest all-time movie posters. You got a signed 14x36 original insert movie poster of Fright Night. Look at this.
I love that movie.
Dude, that is just beautiful.
Oh, wow.
Man. This sold for $261. And that would look really sick. Framed up. Put a cool light above it or underneath it. Just beautiful. Next, we have one of my favorite all-time rock posters, the Jimi Hendrix poster. This sold with the poster, the tickets to the show, and the postcard. Look at this. For $1,650. That is badass. Next we have this. Would you buy in on these? Let me know, you guys, if you'd buy in on this. $500. You got high grade complete run of Ghost Rider from number 2 to number 81, and Marvel Spotlight 6 to 11. For $500.
It says all graded, which I don't believe, but yeah, 100%. I mean, that's 500, not a question.
What
a pain in the ass. So if you got number 80, you get number 81. Even I know it's not going to be high grade. That's difficult as shit. Number 2 is $100 book by itself.
What a deal!
Yeah, Ghost Rider number 2. I'm not talking obviously Marvel Spotlight.
Yeah.
Number 2. That's a werewolf. Oh no, all graded.
Yeah.
No, you know what? This from one of those old farts, man, and you got to respect that.
Yeah.
So I'd probably take a look. What do you say? 81 was. Also fix
5-0.
things. 5. No, that's 81's tough and it's beautiful, man. Yeah, I'm probably in on this. You can make 500 something on the set.
Oh, yeah.
Do I have the time or the wherewithal to do it at this exact moment? I'm not positive.
Yeah.
So that might be the reason I'm out, but normally I would be in.
Yeah.
Let's put it that way.
How about this one? Complete set of NYX for $305.
Oh wow! What a steal!
Here we go. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at the number 3.
A book likes to be Ooh.
Yeah.
Maybe not.
What are you talking about? For $300, you
4
can press
dropped
that.
off.
Yeah.
That corner crunch is that shit's shot, dude. White on that corner.
I
White on
bet
that
you
corner.
could sell this for $300 after a press easy.
You could. Dude, I'm just telling you.
It looks like it got ran over by a truck or something.
It's not good. And the 4. Oh, and by the way, any of you idiots that used to think that was her first appearance,
Yeah.
read a comic, you fuck hard.
It's just a better cover, and she's on the cover of this number 3. That's her.
That's literally her. I
Yeah.
mean, she's a child prostitute murderer. They changed her character a little.
So that's a great quandary right there. $305 for that set. Might be worth it.
Yeah, read Nick's 3 and 4 if you guys haven't. Seriously.
This is
just for your own knowledge.
A gorgeous statue, you guys. Sinestro exclusive yellow statue. Look, this thing is just beautiful. Let's see here. Sideshow Sinestro.
Sideshow statues are crazy price. Always. I mean, it's like one of those things. If you don't initially buy in, like it just like, and it's a statue that sells out, they just like shoot up to the moon.
Look how beautiful this statue is, man. Hold on.
I mean,
and that's a crazy rabbit hole.
He's ugly, but it's well done. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those crazy rabbit holes to go down, right?
Yeah.
That like once you find the scale that you like of a statue, you just keep on buying all your like favorite characters and all the different versions and all that stuff.
I just love the different Green Lanterns, dude. They look so cool when they make their statues like this, where they have like the like see-through type glass. It's just good stuff. But things sell for a lot, $355. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the market report. So very interesting stuff, man.
But I will say I like going to New York City Comic Con to see like what statues are coming out from Sideshow and all the different like crazy statue companies. Yeah. Like they always have like excellent presentations at those big cons.
Chad Cave says, just saw the trailer for Evil Dead Rise. Holy shit. Here's my thing about that. I am so butthurt over when they redid Evil Dead, and it would look so crazy during the trailer, and I was so stoked for it, and I went and saw it in the theater, and it was one of the worst movies I'd ever seen. It was so cheesy, and so I feel that same way with this new one. Like, I don't even want to go see it because I know I'm going to be let down. So I'm going to wait till everybody tells me it's great before I go see it.
I still want to go see John Wick 4, like, because I've been out sick or whatever. Like,
it's awesome.
You saw it?
It's that's why I keep on hearing that it's a great movie. I've heard like as far as like people saying like movie of the year.
Also, Mandalorian.
Maybe.
Mandalorian we haven't talked about. We're not going to talk about till Saturday, but
I'm 2 weeks behind.
So am I. So
give me a break.
I heard it's really, really good. This week,
you heard it's good? Okay.
Yeah, I heard
it's really good. Yep.
Oh, that's all you can say.
That's all.
If something sucks, don't tell me. If you, the only thing you're allowed to tell me is, "Hey, go watch it."
No,
all right, cool.
All I'll say is, I had it spoiled this morning, and I'd still watch it, and it was great.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
all right, I can
nice. All right, you guys. So here is one thing I want to show you guys before I leave. I am figuring out all the different places to set up for different streaming stuff. And I'm testing out, of course, Rumble with the Bogcast. I know On the Radar jumped onto Rumble. So, we're trying to test out these new things. So, but I'm also testing out Kick. And in order to, it's either Rumble or Kick. In order to start the process, I have to get so many subscribers. So I am going to drop the Kick. There is in the live chat, if you guys can check it out. That is the place for the Kick channel. And then, of course, for the Rumble channel, I'll throw that one up there also, you guys, if you guys can go check that out. Let me go. And just sub on up. Give it a sub or a follow, you guys, so I can start sending these live streams over there. It's just a click of a button. And that way, if anything ever happens like it happened to us on the Bogcast, where YouTube or somebody decides to put us on a ban, you guys will never be notified because they just end your account. They put it on a ban. And unless you're following me on IG or something, you just won't know. But the good thing is when we got that for the Bogcast, we already had Rumble set up and running, so we could just jump over there. Well, I wouldn't be able to do that right now because I don't have enough followers to stream live. So in order to do that, just go check it out, you guys. Rumble and Kick are on the live chat, and I'll also put them in the description below. Go give us a follow over there, and it's just a backup plan. So we'll see how it plays out. Tomorrow night, you guys, Bogcast live, first half on YouTube, second half on Rumble. You can watch the whole thing uninterrupted on the Discord, link in description. What do you guys got coming up this week? Anything?
I got an unboxing tomorrow. I got 20 some books. I'm going on stream with an old friend from my college days, so haven't talked to him in a long time. Figured I'd reconnect with him and comic books and all that stuff. So we'll see how it goes. He's a funny dude, so we'll see.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
Joe's coming to Houston. I'm stoked about it. Yeah. So he's gonna be hanging out with Nate, and then we're gonna meet up at some point in time. I think Friday or Saturday, maybe even Sunday.
That's awesome, dude. So, I heard that they're going to the Final Four.
Yeah.
Are you going?
Oh, cool.
I am not planning on going, but they were talking about maybe going to an Astros game Sunday, so I think I'm going to try to go to that with them. Because I think Final Four stuff that starts
Saturday.
Monday, and is it Saturday?
Saturday. So the championship's Monday, but yes, Saturday.
Yeah, I think they're doing something like Monday or Tuesday. I think they're going to one of those games. So.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. It's a bummer that Tennessee got kicked out, right? They're not in it anymore. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't even know who's in it, so I mean.
Well, I know our boy Nate is.
But yeah, he's a huge Tennessee fan.
Didn't he graduate from Tennessee? Right.
Yeah. For his undergrad, right? Or something like that.
I'm not. I thought that he graduated from Tennessee, but who knows? I could be wrong.
Yeah, but I think didn't he go up to New York for his master's in something?
Yeah, but
is that what it was?
Yeah,
or to work professionally or something like that.
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, yeah.
All right, check it out, you guys. You can find all the links in the description, all the links in the live chat. Thank you for hanging out with us, you guys. Tomorrow, Bogcast. Friday night, House of Stein, Hot 10. And then back here on Saturday for Modern Comic Mayhem. Yeah. So, lots of fun. That being said, Thanks for hanging out, you guys. Shad Cave says Ferd looks like such a frat boy. Well, if you think Ferd looks like a frat boy, you should take a look at Nate. Nate's just as much a frat boy as anybody else, man. All right, I give Nate so much shit, but Nate's one of my favorite people to do shows with, and I wish he would jump on more often, but I know he's super busy. So we love you over here, Nate.
Hell yeah, Nate. Long time no talk.
That being said, I want to end the show on just a couple more things. How was WonderCon, Sean?
WonderCon was fun, man. It was. It's always fun. Had a good time. I had something to do in San Diego. I was invited a long time ago to a concert in San Diego. There's like some country music, which can't figure it out. Isn't generally my jam, but a lot of people dancing around, having a good time, drinking a lot of beer is always my jam. So I'm good. I'm good with that part. But yeah, so it was great. Got down there Thursday, man. Ferd, fuck off. I watched my Bruins lose, and fucking hater first head fucking shit. And so that part was a little sad. But other than that, so I had a great time Thursday. I got up early, met up, of course, with the one and only Drew from Wanted Comics. Good to see my boy Big Clutch come back from a year ago, a bit of a medical scare. And if you look at his especially his Twitter or his Substack, you can see that. So it's not like it's a hidden thing. So it's a good friend of mine. There we go. There's my boy Clutch, dude. So he made the comeback, did the live shows on Whatnot. Drew clearly still sells a lot on Whatnot, Wanted Comics. Made the live show, talked to David Mack the first day. That's from last year. I took that picture of Scotty Young and Drew getting just shit hammered in the lobby last year. And so I had a great time. So those on there, those are Drew's Daredevil books at the bottom of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. So yeah, that was his first book right there. So Drew got it autographed. I believe sold it on his show. So yeah, that was that was another good one. Good to meet with everybody, dude. Yeah, so
Murat Michaels,
he did the Two Brothers. Yeah, so he does stuff with Murat. Murat's another cool guy. Whether or not you like the Do You Poo, it sells. It's cool. It's the same book. You know, he does different colloquial things for different cons. So it's actually a really good time. Murat's a really good guy. So we did that, man, and that's it. More David Mack, who's in good shape. Quit
Jeff
wearing.
DeCall.
DeCall was there. He said he's booked up. Tried to get a little. I know you tried to get in a little bit. DeCall's a little. He's booked up, but he wasn't there. The biggest line, not even close. Jenny Frisian, not even close. Oh, there we go. Okay, on there, right? I had leave Drew. I was like, bro, we're trying to catch up, man, but I only got one day. I only got one day at WonderCon. So yeah, so this is what he's got going on there. Did the live sales. With Drew and Big Clutch, because those are my freaking boys. If you guys hadn't picked up on that yet, so this is what he was selling. So some of those are the subs that's killing the children from SDCC. Actually, those are the Frisians that were just going nuts, or one of them anyway. So Pooh Brothers, yeah, that's how it goes. And we all know who that's Drew, as always, the other Drew. And so yeah, so it's really good. So they did a little exclusive because they're going to be at C2E2. I knew Drew's going to be doing some stuff with Rage Theo. And so definitely give Drew, Rach Theo, of course, follow. Soza Micah was there. She had her whip out. I didn't get to hang out with her quite as much. Didn't see her in the evening this time. But we had a really good Friday night. Yeah, Soza Micah, best auto in the biz. And we had a really good Friday night. One Mr. Dinesh and the people from Metropolis. We had a nice dinner. We went to the Tiki Bar. At Disneyland, we may or may not have walked through construction areas to go around closed doors. And still, yeah, you ever sneak into tiki places in Disneyland with comic presidents and Metropolis people? It's a really, 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 really good time. Nice dinner. Very, very, very nice dinner. Everybody. Shout out, yeah, big shout out to Dinesh. For the hangout. Shout out, of course, to coverprice.com. As always, thank you, Matt, as I was a part of Cover Price as far as partaking in the con, saying hello to people, of course, to John as well, and everybody over at Cover Price. You got to give a shout out to Cover Price. So had a really great time. Saw everybody. I left Saturday for San Diego, so that's less time than I normally would stay, but it was a really good time. I had some decent pickups. I don't have them next to me, unfortunately, but they're just books I'm trying to 9.8. There's nothing you haven't seen before or anything like that, or Not a Strangers in Paradise one for $15 or anything like that. So yeah, had a great time at WonderCon. Great time. Thanks, Brad, for San Diego, but he's not watching. So yeah, so it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It's always WonderCon's my favorite. I'm from originally Northern California, but I moved to Southern California when I was about 10, 11 years old. And WonderCon, San Diego's great. It's a shit show. It's expensive. I have the greatest time. I meet up with the greatest people, but WonderCon's like my home con to me. So,
just a real quick story. Drew and I got lost in the construction site on our way to meet you at Hooters at Baltimore.
Yeah, to watch the Saints not let us cross the 50-yard line, not score a point, and Derek Carr went and joined them.
Yeah.
So. I'm just saying. Anyway, I don't have any hatred for the Saints. They're the Saints. It's
well, fine. that first official art of Lobos was a very cool addition recently to the Beyond Wednesday's creators first list that you can find the link for below. And I still need to get my hands on one. So if anybody out there has one, please let me know. That being said, you guys, tomorrow night, episode 195 of the Bogcast, Bobby Lee being canceled. Is it true? And a little anniversary when it comes to UFOs and nukes. Don't miss out on the stand-up comedian report, the UFO report, the psychedelics and cannabis report, and, of course, social media time on the Bogcast tomorrow night. That being said, we'll see you later. Adios.